You've been here before. What if you close your eyes? Oh, does it all? Nate! Good morning, Eagle! Is that Eagle D9? What a great name. A drop of golden sun, me a name I call myself. For a long, long way to run. Hannah running with the sunshine and bread. That's what I said. I can get the lyrics wrong, make them up on the spot. Good morning, Hannah. Thanks for the likes. Me, a name I call myself. Yummy. Thank you so much for the likes. Hope you're having a super Friday evening, I would assume. User one something Eagle. So this is it's Eagle 59. 95 D. Sandy, is that Sandy? Sup, Sandy? Good morning. It's currently 6:36 here. This is going one more month. Empathic Empress. Welcome to the live. I hope you are. I don't hope. I assume. No, that's also not. No, I do. I assume you are great. I want to be an optimist about this. In the city that we love. Spring summers. Dark skies rolling above. The city that we love. But if you close your eyes, I'm amazing. I'm on top of the world. It's Saturday morning here. I put my alarm for 5 to wake up early. I just had a gummy, and I'm eating an edible chocolate biscuit. At 6:36 in the morning. Life is good. I hope you're good. It's wake and edible. No, it's wake and bake. So what do you do today? I ate a gummy, a biscuit, and spent the rest of the day at the river, staring at my reflection, trying to figure out if I got beef with myself. Breakfast of Champions. That's funny. It is. I think so. There's like no wind today, sunny day, so later I can go for a walk. I've got 3 readings after this live. Otherwise, yeah. And this is a double dose of what I normally would eat. So I'm going to see. DBC! Top of this finest mythical moment to you. Then the next person's they're giving likes is the moment. I didn't see that until I said mythical moment. That's 7D. When you're thinking and vibrating at the same time as you're saying things as they're appearing. 369 Boozer! Sup, Boozer? Boozer, I absolutely love your sun shots. There's videos where you can picture the sun, kind of the angle, and then the sun rays coming out, and I'm absolutely loving those. I made a mental note to say, when you see her, tell her. And obviously your jewelry's rad. I showed my wife, she was like, tag me. So we're definitely going to get some later. Repeated numbers. Crazy, eh? Everybody's exactly where they're supposed to be. Except one, just choose one person. Except Steve. All the Stevens. What did we do wrong? That's what it is. 7D, yeah. It is, yeah. But guys, don't think in terms of, we're getting 5D. You are all becoming 15th dimensional time matrix transcenders. You know what I'm saying? So don't think I'm going to special in 7 or I'm going to specialize in 9. No, you're going to nothing. Look, all the universe you live in will be a silly pencil. And you'll be like, there, oh, whatever. Put it in my pocket, walk away. Because I'm noticing that now. There's a lot of the spiritualists, you're going to see that all the us spiritualists are going to start jousting. Start arguing with each other about mythologies, and that's what you got to go with. Everyone's going to be trained to listen to their own truth, and to realize you're projecting both. If two spiritualists are arguing, you're projecting both of them as a contrast. Snow White. And that's what I'm doing as well, Karen. Definitely, because there's just clearing happening now. So every time you get a little moment of clarity, like hyper clarity, and then the magic becomes even more real. And then you don't even, like, gratitude is gratitude, but before, like, I used to thank God, you know, and now it's like, that thing that I used to thank, that thing, it's actually my not my imagination, it's actually basically there's no one to be grateful to, it's just abstract gratitude at the fabric in general, and the one being, not, it feels weird, it feels silly. It's like, where should I mail this gratitude to? And that's where me and Bashar have a couple of, like, not disagreements, we actually don't, even if we disagree, we're not disagreeing. Like, if he says being is one of the facts of creation, I'm like, no, we don't exist. Then we fundamentally disagree, but not really. I'm talking you need to create an interaction, and there isn't two. Therefore, there's no being. There's just an unassimilated nature. Once you've assimilated it all, it's all self. Therefore, being disappears. Interface disappears. There isn't actual interface. There's only self-contemplation, which is all God's doing for eternity. Self-contemplating. On the first date, yes, empathic, absolutely. No, empathic, I was like, when she met me, it's all I cared about. Like, it's all I cared about. So I talk this non-stop to everyone, all my friends, everybody. Like, I actually had a group of friends that was just this. We would buy spiritual books, and you know, if one of us was house sitting, we all lived there. Like, a bunch of us for like 2 years went like on a vision quest. Went to like Buddhist temples to meditate together. Then you'll get a bunch of friends and they all get into like building cars. In my early 20s, 22, 23. A bunch of us just this all the time. Just this all the time. Talk about this. And then one of the friends, Joshua, was like myself. He was like kind of an adept. He could tap into things. So then I'd ask him a question and he'd answer me, and then I would expand on what he had said, and we would just sit there like, but we had, you know, full-on alien encounters, saw grey aliens visit us in some of our thingies. We did our DNA activations together in 2002. You know, where the one of us is like, oh, DNA activation, and the other one's like, oh, I just got the DNA activation tape. It was not on tape. All is self. See, the thing with all is self, the song is, I talk to myself, and I talk to myself, ooh, yeah, I'm a rebel just for fixed now, yeah, da-na-na-na-na-na. Turn it up, ooh, I'm a rebel on the kicks now. So basically, guys, to really sit back into your nature, you are the throne, you are the Mobius strip. Just sit back. The universe is waiting for you. You can take your time. You can take your time. You really must emphasize that. That's today's thing. It's all for you. Time dilates. If you think there's other people and events, those events that will warp and stretch and dilate so they sync with you. It all syncs with you. And he's like, oh, it's ego. It's like, no, ego is the belief that some of it isn't me. That's ego. Okay? I can know it's all me and I can still be arrogant and go, it's all me. Give me what I want. Where's my tribute? You know, you can still do that, but no, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, okay, here we go, bro. Ego is the belief that there's other. If there's other, I'm going to defend my little shit for something. That's ego. So ego you can keep your singular individuality and keep your personality. Run in the room and slide into the room and go, what's up, fuckers? You know, different if you thought there were actual other people in that room and you let them all know that you're in charge. That's different. I sat and watched birds for hours somehow. I got all the things done. Because it makes so much sense. You guys are the best. I talk and then you talk and then I feel like it's a perfect, like a higher dimensional translation. 16 ticks now. Barbara! Good morning. If I thought I was annoyed before. What do you mean? Oh, annoying. I hear what you're saying. That's weird. As in the being annoying. You know what I mean? Like, speaking of annoying, watch. I know somebody's going to rock up now in this live. I'm going to call it out. We've got somebody who's, I'm pretty sure, was a subscriber. We didn't get along, and then they've resubscribed on a new account. And my God, their new account is so flippin' annoying. And that's coming from me, who's annoying. I'll do a full confession when they rock up. I'll tell them to their face how obnoxious and annoying they are, and how I don't like them. But it's not them, it's me. And all I'm doing is I'm calling up the fabric. The fabric. It's here. Watch with this cool playlist she plays in the morning. It's all funky. So in love with you. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what to say or do. You need roller skates and short shorts and a headband. At least 4 friends that can synchronize with you when you go roller skating. Nobody knows what to say or do. So in love with you. What was the commercial that said the fabric of our lives, cotton? I'm not sure. Like sands through the hourglass. Kundalini. I haven't said properly how to Kundalini. Suck, dude. No, Barbara, I messed up yesterday. Yesterday I didn't go live. I had to do 12 readings just so that I would have caught up. So yesterday I just read. Sandra! What's up, BBC? But now it's on schedule now. So now it's only 3 readings a day, and I was half an hour late this morning, at 6 o'clock, every day. And then TikTok messed up with the subscription payouts. Like it's halved the money. But I'm not complaining. Because TikTok's a part of the fabric of reality, and reality is never wrong. It's like, I'm like, the universe has another plan. Always got to stay optimistic. Right. And then when is it? I know it's obviously soon this month. No, say or do. Thank you for reading. Absolutely, Sandy. Sandy, and try, like, if you can in meditation, just picture the way they function. It's a fascinating thing. It's like if life is a spider web and we've never seen spiders. Like, how do they put it together? How do they do that? What is that? Where do they come from? You know, imagine we never saw a spider, but we've seen spider webs. You're like, what the fuck? How did this happen? It's like life. If you look at fairies and elemental energies, they're in hyperspeed. They're the ones that are like, they're not actually painting flowers yellow, but they're They're the energies that are making it. Yeah, I can't explain it to you. You can get whims of it, or waves of it, how it functions. But life's big, eh? There's life at all levels of reality. It's hectic. And then based on frequency, we just side by side, but don't actually perceive. And then you can learn to shift your vibration to tune into things. Hey Crystal, I'm hoping to get some understanding. Yeah, my daughter is a reflection of me. Why am I so... I don't know what you mean. I don't know, you have to finish that in clear English. I can't interpret emojis. This could be for all I know, this could be a PsyOps mind hack where you give me abstract statements and then I translate my own nature. And by default, you hack my UFO. Greetings. How do we ask for readings? PayPal details in the bio, $30, and you must put your TikTok details on PayPal so I can make the connection, and that's it. And there is still like 4 or 5 spots in March, otherwise it'll be in April. Oh, Crystal, I'm so sorry. Oh shit, that's real, Crystal, I'm sorry. It's like, let's just tone it down, Garth, and ground yourself. It's actual daughter's wedding, sure. Sure, it's hectic, eh, Crystal? Flip, I don't know what to say to you. It's so close to home. My mom organised my wedding. She spent like 6 months organising it. And there was a whole bunch of issues where my wife was like, I don't want red flowers. Like, clear English. Do not want fucking red flowers. And my mom, being the stubborn lady she is, got fucking red flowers. What the fuck? She said no red fucking flower. My mom's dead now, so I can talk properly about it.
You know what's ironic?
No hard feelings. Fuck.
You know what's ironic? You and I both dislike Valentine's Day because it's red and white.
I didn't care half as much as the fact that I was raised by that energy. I was raised by the stubborn. But then again, hey, Garth, what? Are you stubborn? No. Did you overthrow the one world government even though they've threatened you 5 times and wiped your memory? No. God bless her. It's like, yeah, but she was in charge of the one world government. I know, that's why I chose her. It's like, I made them raise me right under their noses. And then they're like, what the fuck, you had a 13th level psychic into the house with you? I thought he was my son. Like, yeah, I know. It's weird when you can completely create false memories. I thought we did that to him. Shut up. Got you. So like I basically tell this story, my story, like as if I'm not captured in Area 51. And then the scientists are like, wait a minute. Are we on board a spaceship right now? I thought we were on Earth doing experiments on aliens. Aliens are like, oh yeah, you're on Earth in a lab doing experiments on aliens. Fucking stupid fucking humans. Hell. Do you want to others? Because there's beings waiting to do it to you. Like, should we farm octopuses? Hey humans, let's vote. Oh, by the way, there's 5 octopus motherships in orbit. You want to have some calamari? Go on humans, take your time deciding. That's life. A never-ending self. What you do unto it is done to you. And we're going into real time. What you do is done. So we'll just all like wake up and then, sorry for any mosquitoes I accidentally kill. There could be giant fucking mosquitoes out there in the cosmos waiting to. Thanks, Boozer. Because there's a whole new thing now of farming octopuses. Why do you emphasize the second part of the word? Because octopuses. And so, it's like, are you stupid? You must listen to humans discuss it. Their value systems. Bella, thank you! Thank you so much. Because the argument is, it's traditionally traditional food. And I'm like, so culture makes up for savagery. It doesn't make up for savagery. It's simple. Yeah, you hold a stick. Do you see that thing over there? That's you. Hit the thing. I've got a stick, by the way. You hit the stick, I'll hit you at the same time. It's savage. What if a giant octopus started attacking your village? You'd be like, oh, no, it's not fair, it's not fair. It's very easy to reason with a human, especially when you can project illusions. The universe will project an illusion, scare you with your own intent. You have an intent, your intent rocks up 10 times bigger to do you. Thank you so much, Chaos. Your intent will rock up to do you in before you can do your intent. So they're full on right now having the octopus conversation. And like based on their intelligence, like, yeah, but intelligence doesn't... It's like, yeah, and we've proven they've got the lots of pain. It's like, yeah, and? I'm like, if they can do quantum equations, can we agree they're smarter than us? Because then it's like, yeah, I know they are smarter than us, but they taste good. Sup, Radar!
Morning, Radar!
Morning! Meta says good morning. Yeah. Exactly. Escape from the jar, go back to the sea. That's deep, bro. Bella, I love you. Because your higher self said to me, Garth, there's a reason the whole jarhead stuck in your own unity and not realizing it's all you. So therefore you end up staying within realms that you think you're supposed to stay in because your reflections, you know what I'm saying? So I should escape my own reflection and return to the open cosmic sea. That's what I got from your higher self right now. It's like the whole universe. Like, I get it, I hear you, okay, thank you, gosh, Jesus. I think I just graduated from 5th level schooling, 5th dimensional schooling. That's when you leave and you're no longer dogmatic about what the universe should be up to. You're like, okay, it's just a never-ending swimming in an open ocean of self. I'm going to be an optimist about this. Bellabor, your point? Bellabor. And so the moral of the story is be of good cheer. That's the morale. That's the morale of the story. Anyway, but octopuses, yes, back to the octopuses. I have to argue their point. And so now I'm wrong, hey? You guys agree? No more calamari. No. And then they're taking out 10 times more octopus out of the ocean than they used to. And my thing is like, so humans can go, yeah, they're more intelligent than us. Radar, bro, right back at you, dude. Don't worry, it's a golden age, we're gods. Yeah, it means we're cuisine for the gods. The octopi. The octopi are going to get us if we carry them. Radar says good morning again.
Yeah, morning.
Don't they regenerate? No. Don't they regenerate? Don't the Palestinians regenerate? It's probably what this is, a big giant spiritual. Hamas is probably a metaphor for the human spirit.
Calamari comes from squid.
Oh yeah, calamari comes from squid. But still, squid is as clever as an octopus, isn't it? Yeah, my octopus teacher, exactly. Now my octopus teacher, and then that and a whole bunch of things have made humans really like octopuses. Octopuses are on the up when it comes to humans liking them. Radar, bro. Thank you so much. You could have gone all live and not said that. Octopus teacher was great, and that was here, right here by me. Right here, octopus teacher was right here in my ocean, right here, 5-10 minutes from me. Octopus teacher was Simonstown. Cork Bay, it's even closer.
Like Dale broken that.
No ways. And so the point is, if humans can go, yeah, cool, they're smarter than us and everything, we still want to eat them, then you guys deserve to be enslaved. The whole civilization. I would join the aliens and enslave the fuck out of you cunts. It's like this guy did miracles for 3 years, that guy stole, who should we murder? The miracle man, fuck you guys. I said I'd be back in 2,000 years, this is a test. Octopuses are smarter than humans, we can prove it because they can do quantum equations. Do we still eat them? It's like 80% of humans, yes! Fuck! No! The answer is no, shitheads. Okay, situation. It's a big loaf of bread, 5 people. Kill 4 people, take the bread for yourself, or you share it. Get the 3 to fight each other, then steal the bread and kill them. Fuck, no! Jesus. I'm your advocate here, I'm your lawyer, I'm human's lawyer. I'm trying to argue your case so that you don't be enslaved. And I'm like, okay, guys, let's get this new scenario. You're in this thing with this thing happening and this is happening and it's up to you to be merciful. What do? Fucking kill him! No, you don't. Yeah, you're merciful. Hoorah! Hoorah! America! No, Earth. We actually represent Earth. America! Okay. Fuck it. Hoorah! Deep fry. No ways, Bella. It's not funny. Maybe it is.
No, the true essence of humanity will always be captured in that documentary where the American prison guards.
Yeah.
It's all like,
Yeah.
we're gonna.
No, that's not humanity. That's mad. That's masculine. That's male conditioned bullshit. We're talking about the prison documentary, where there's Sweden and America, and the prison systems, and comparing them. And in Sweden, it's like, listen. In the morning, we open their door and we don't stand in the doorway because it couldn't feel like, a bit claustrophobic. Then we go and we sit with them and we have food with them and we smile at their faces and we treat them all nice. And it's all like respect and uplifting. And then in America, it's, America's America, you get shanked, basically. And then when they do an exchange thing and the American guards are like, yeah, when we get back to America, we're going to do it better than the Swedish. We're going to do it even better. It's like, it's not a competition, okay? You're supposed to be trying to be merciful and nice and compassionate. Yeah, we're going to beat them. Hoorah, number one, America, let's go.
Even more compassionate.
Yeah, even more compassionate. We give them 10 times the compassion.
Relax.
Yeah, relax. It's not always a competition. I agree. Boozer was saying you should narrate books or something because your voice is magical.
Thank you so much.
She says, thank you.
She says,
thank you so much. You can turn the page.
Should I use my actual storybook voice?
Yeah, do your actual storybook voice.
What is the person's name?
It's Boozer.
Boozer.
The one with the jewellery, the
Good morning,
pretty
Boozer.
stuff.
Thank you so much for that lovely compliment. I really do appreciate it.
That's great. I feel like I can trust that voice. Turn in 50 meters off highway into white wall. Okay.
Take the next left, drive straight into that.
Jump in the pool, jump. Don't watch me again. You didn't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Daisy. Mel, I did do that. You're right. I'm so bad. I'm the reason why we have neurosis. I don't know why she jumped in the pool. Sorry, Mel. Hi, Mel. She is rad, eh? Crystal said that was rad. How do you do that? She's definitely got like a thing, appropriate pitch and stuff, and she can play from ear. I say hello to my wifey. Mel says hello.
Good morning, Mel.
Says good morning. Record me one and email it when my ass go to sleep. Close your eyes. Does it almost feel like you've been here before? But if you close your eyes. Bella also says hello. She can't hear, she got a toothbrush in her mouth. Or she can hear a little louder than that. Stars got rolled in from the city that we love. Dark skies rolled in the city that we love. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, I almost feel like you've been here before. But if you close your eyes, I'm beginning to be an optimist about this. I'm going to be an optimist about this. Everything's going to be okay. I like that idea. In an aeroplane and the plane's crashing. And you look at you guys, it's going to be okay. It's okay, everybody. You just smile at it. It's okay, it's going to go ahead. Guys, don't worry about it. It's okay. Everything's going to be alright. I'm just kidding, we gotta die! Ah! No, but it'd be so funny to do that. Like, you got the poise, you're like, listen, I'm gonna die now. I'm gonna go out with a funny one. Guys, it's okay. The pilots have the plane under control. And the idea is just to get one person to almost believe you and grin. Like, good, it's gonna be okay. Come watch my live. Are you live, Bella? Don't worry, we wake up somewhere different just to get through the crash. Yo, Boozy, you're on another level, eh? I swear you're an alien just trying to act like a human, translating what I'm saying. But you've got too much inside information. Somewhere different, just, yeah, sure. Scientist error if you want to go to sense of humor now. But God, the wing just fell off. Yeah, it's fine. It's a boomerang. Oh no, it's not a boomerang. What is it now? It's a stick. It's one of those Scottish weapons with a stick and a thing. It's going to be thinking like that.
I just want to say, I love that our toothpaste is black. I love it so much.
We got black toothpaste.
It's so cool.
I don't see colour. There's a colonial woman on the wing. And there's a colonial woman on the wing. There's a colonial woman on the wing. Something. What a colonial woman on the wing. Holly, good morning. Your screenshot's been taken, Holly. You're going to get a reading soon. It's a plane, it's an octopus. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's an octopus. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, energy being recycled. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like... Crazy to think. Crazy to think. So none of it was real? So none of it was real? It's like, no, you were real. Your reactions to the bullshit was real. Oh. So my agony, my unconscious, never-ending stress about not knowing, that amused you. Now you wonder why I eradicated others. Because if anything other than myself is responsible for that, there's no going back. So it's like I might as well just take responsibility for everything. Any new message from one? No messages in my lives anymore. I'm not tapping into anything like that. It drains me for the readings, and then I just thingy, and then I just get all lost. And then by the end of the live, I'm like, okay, bye, I love you, what's happening? Yes, I'm tapping you. And then the next person wants, what about me? What do I get? What's happening in my life? I'm like, I don't know. Have you meditated since we last spoke? Like, I'd much rather have you tapping your own thing, if you know what I'm saying. Tell me if it's going to land on heads or tails? No. Tell me if it's going to land on heads or tails, God. I like the way you do that thing when you say heads and then it lands on heads. No. Saving that for later. For my readings. Heads or tails? I don't know. What do you want it to be? I'm trying to tap in. Don't try. There's no try. There's do or don't. Then you close. Wait, but you didn't ask now, did you, Well, life's about nothing like my life's about nothing. My life about nothing. That is it. Yeah, Boozer. You seem 7D. You seem like a bird orbiting itself. All the comments he was making seem like 7D statements. Wait, who said they wanted information? Was it Mel or Boozer? You guys got very similar light. Hey, Mel and Boozer? Any message for... Dang it. There is a new message. I'm just not going to give it to you. Your guides would rather give you the message through me than have you struggle to contact them. I'm like, no. It's called Free Will. Written in the description 6 days ago. Thank you. Thanks, Deanna. Sup. Very good to see you again. Oh, Radar. Thank you so very much, bro. When you visiting Cape Town? Sorry, no, leave Radar alone. No, when are you visiting Cape Town, Radar? You really must visit Cape Town. I'm 13th level for sure. Definitely. In what? No. But I think majority of us here know that. No. Some people actually did jump downs. And if you look at them, you're going to think, oh yeah, you like to spend lots of time in 7th. And if I zoom out, actually, there's a longer period outside. But there's initially when you start zooming out, their seventh dimensional incarnation is long relative to when you zoom out, then that one's actually bigger. A lot of us, it's nice. I like it. I like to know that we're out. You know that feeling of nobody understands this stuff. Radar, to me, it'd be so rad, Radar. Like there's so many. It'd be so fun re-looking at Cape Town from like a friend's point of view. Be like, that's Table Mountain, pretty cool there. And we got this over here. And when we were at school, we used to go to this place. I want to take you to the World of Birds. You'll love World of Birds. What's there? It's like birds. Lots of birds. It's like you walk through cages that are like giant, and then there's like 17 of them. So 17 giant fields almost. Not fields, just smaller than that. I'm exaggerating. And then there's all different types of birds. Each bird, each one has a different series of birds, and then there's monkeys and a few other things. If there are any animals are rescued in the area, they get sent there. I'm on so many levels. Never get me on my level. Ah, na 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 na. What do you think about the human design? It's pretty brilliant, Crystal? I laugh you're an alien trying to interview me. You know the human design when it comes to the 5 and then the Fibonacci. You know what I mean? That the human being is... it is a fractal. There we go, it's a fractal. It's got a fractal. It's the proportions of fractal. Yeah, we can. It's not very my cousin's wedding. We went on safari, and the place was excuse my language, a fucking hack job. Like it shouldn't have had lions. They were all like skinny and bone, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing to your lion? I didn't say it out loud. I should have though. I should have been like, what the fuck? I should have made a whole comedy thing out of it. Instead, we have to sit there, and she's like, yeah, they've been breeding recently, so they're kind of lazy and weak. I'm like, they look fucking malnourished. I mean, I can get one of those lions for us. Just slap it around. Shame. I want to slap it around. We can race on a lion. We can get a lion costume. I can do like a full-on thing on the beach. That's fucking funny. Carrie? Radar's like, we're talking about human design here. And Radar's like, it's a good thing our nose wasn't put upside down. Rain would be terrible. Drowning. Get out of the rain, you crazy person. Make a wish. That's so cool, Mel. We should have had mini trunks, little ones like this size. Any size. Size doesn't matter. It's like your little trunk doesn't matter. The size doesn't matter. It's how you use it. Look at me swing my little trunk around. My go-to move would be this, just to do this and slap myself in the face. Slap, slap. Sorry, I'm trying to stay awake. Slap, slap. You guys can picture humans with little elephant trunks. It's adorable. Very useful. Very useful. Oh, for picking up your chips. No, you had another thought there. I didn't. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I love the first aliens you meet. It's like the trunk people. Like, oh my god, they got the trunks. Ooh. Ooh, she's nice. It's a he. Oh, I don't know. I like them. They're nice. And they're like, no, our trunks can't do that. Oh. They're psychic. Did you say I'm an alien trying to interview me? Trying to interview me. You're like, listen, what do you think? Because I'm the first human to wake up. So the aliens, I am the first contact person. So they're going to be like, so now that you've woken up inside eternal, self-created, perpetual, projected, self-writing algorithm in a holding pattern using a multidimensional balancing system, which is really the essence of all of our culture, alien cultures put together in the form of one entity. What do you think about yourself? I'm like, I like the way the thing fractals in like this, and how my nose is the right way around. Because this is actually going to be the contents of the aliens when they interact with us. They're like, okay, and now that you're in the... And then when you meet some of them, you're going to remember being that species, and then that species is going to ask you what it feels like, now that you spent 40, 30 years into the human spectrum.
Like, maybe just past your sternum, right? And then it could, you could hold your phone, here... Like grandmas, if they're struggling, they can bring the phone close to their face.
So it goes up to your belly button. How long is the thing?
Just by your sternum.
Up to your belly button. As long as your belly button.
Button's over there.
Exactly.
So, and then you could like hold a drink, you could drink, and then like you can be typing and literally your trunk's holding your cool drink for you. That would be amazing. I'd love to have a trunk. That'd be rad.
Elf was my favorite, but by all the cat things. Exactly, my trunk. So does everybody do that? I mean, what? Nothing. If I only had a face trunk, I'd swing it all around and show everybody how profound I am with my face trunk. I would lift up my cell phone and play a game of Candy Crush with my fancy face trunk. I would flick some food at a friend, dun, 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 if I only had a face trunk.
But imagine what much of a nightmare it would be to get a cold.
I would sneeze all over my friends. Achoo! Hey, wait a minute, there must be footage of an elephant sneezing. Something like that. Or what if it's like more pressure and it hits a high pitch noise? Like people in kilometer and 1.2 go deaf. When is that even? It is no, but and I've seen that, right? I've seen it. I've gone 11D and I've looked. I've snuck into the alien. The alien world constructors. The aliens construct worlds. I've been backstage, so like they think they're interviewing an aspect of me, and I'm watching them. Da 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 da. It is what it is. Crystal. Is it panda sneezing? That must be quite adorable. Did you actually find a sneezing?
Apparently.
Sneeze, you stupid pachyderm. Oh, hectic. Oh, hectic. But it's more like, and then like all the dust goes off its head. Adorable. Bless you.
That's so cute.
Bless you, pachyderm. Does anyone here know how to do overtone singing? I want to learn. That'd be great. Because holographic overtoning, 3 harmonics, we can levitate rocks. In the still of the night, in the still of... Whoa, shit. Someone who threw that rock. Hit the perfect pitch. That's how they do it, eh? That's how they... And you can also, besides levitating things, you can turn it to like a liquid substance. You can actually teleport rocks that way. You can literally... The Egyptians would do that. They didn't carry the rocks that far. They teleported. It was all mind magic back then. Although there's actually the parallel worlds that built the pyramids. The pyramids were built in many ways, actually, in different parallel timelines. One, it was a being on Sirius that just projected it instantly. One being. That's us, basically. Ra. It's just a name for a hive from high, 6-dimensional hive mind and above. It's like, if you go and say, like the universe you can say this is something, but it's also the parts. And if you describe the parts, you would not be describing it. And all things have an integration, basically. If you don't know that integration, then there's like a rejection as opposed to an understanding, or it's an anti-integration. Cirrus. Bella, did I mention that in your thing at all? Because Bella, when you say that now, you've got an incarnating sequence that you did a drop sequence to get here, and then before that, you go back, you go off in a direction, you come back from that other direction, and this is weird because time isn't that linear, and then you've got a long, serious relationship, like you were there for long. It's 6D. I love Sirius. In Truman Show, that's the light that falls, and it's a clue that ultimately the Truman Show the Truman Show is a 5th-dimensional truth. There's the 6th-dimensional truth is that Truman was the director. He was everybody. It was the mind creating a story so that it could escape itself. It's a matrix, basically. Throat singing, that's so cool. How would you learn to throat sing? I want to learn to throat sing.
Like a Mongolian?
Yeah.
That's so rad.
I love it. That shit's rad.
Or like, I love that,
Makes my butthole chakra tingle. Activates my root chakra.
You know,
No? Thank you so much, Radar. God bless Radar, my psychic brother. Because I literally was looking at my coffee going, it's too full, it's too full. And last night I'm falling asleep going, tomorrow when you're doing your live, please drink coffee. Because I don't drink enough. And then I'm like, come on, Garth, man. My right brain and left brain have to negotiate. Mimicking. It is so cool. You know, you can literally retire. He can learn throat singing, make a TikTok channel, teach it, do a bunch of content, and then sing a certain throat song around the world. And that can be his whole universe. And within like 5 years, makes his money, retires, invests in gets a little AI bot to invest in Forex. Every time it goes up and down, it sell buys, and then that's it, and he's done. You know how many humans are going to be doing that now? Just getting it right, just energetically going, oh cool, I did this thing, it made a bunch of thingy, I invested in these 2 things, and now I'm going to spend my life contemplating my light and sound. And he was like, yeah, but inflation and tax, you know what I mean? Those people are full going to struggle, but it's going to be a huge, and the planet itself is going to feel like, when the majority are aligning, the collective invisible weather will become nicer. It's already there. It's already, I can feel that. You can feel that stillness, which is a great environment for individuals to get it right. I'll have him watch this. If he does like a what's his name video, tag me. You guys, have you done any Radar and is that Bella? You guys gifts. Bella, Radar. I know, thank you, guys. You don't... Thank you for the gifts, guys, so much. So very much. It's lots. Let's have a sincere conversation. Radar, when I thank you and I want to focus on how much you've gifted because of my world, is that ever awkward? Or I know with maybe... Yeah, I hear what you're saying. You're like, it gets boring, I know. Okay, good point. Good, nice chat, Radar. Radar, just let me know if that was accurate. Like, I got your answer on the topic before I finished expressing my thingy on the topic. Got your opinion on it. Like, yeah, I transcend time. There's anything you start discussing. Okay, it's never awkward, okay. It just gets a bit tiring. It's just that I can't overemphasize. No, Tracy, thank you. Radar, bless you, bro. My cheeks were already sore. Kundalini, thank you. I'm serious, Kundalini. Later in life, if you ever want to borrow some cash, you just you know who to get hold of, eh? Although you're gonna do a thing now in the next 2 weeks or so. You'll see. So all of these lives are going on YouTube. So everything I've said is like basically recorded. So you guys must go there later. Like you go find closer to the date when. Bella, Guy, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. You're like, no, God. The truth is, you're an alien. We got you in a thing in Area 51. We're trying to study you, but we kind of like you and we feel bad. We've got a whole fake economy for you, and we might have locked you in an underground bunker and we don't have the key. Oh. Anyway, thanks for the fireworks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bella. I'm okay, guys. I don't feel bad. If that was real, the scientist, like aliens, and then the alien's like, I'm gonna run out of oxygen soon, stuck here, and the whole thing of how the alien slowly dies and how all the scientists are sad, and then the alien's like sitting next to the scientist, like, hey, why are you guys crying? And like, oh, we thought you died. Like, yeah, whenever our species dies, we reform next to the people we love, and the scientist is like. And we all feel love. Thank you so much, Bella. Daniela, thank you so very much. Radar, bro, love you so much. Coffee's on me when you arrive, Radar. Coffee's on me. And Eggs Benedict. I don't know if you eat Eggs Benedict. Anyone else wants to visit Cape Town as well? Besides our workshop, did you guys see Monkey Valley? Have you guys gone to the ADEPS Anonymous and seen the resort? It's there. That's Monkey Valley with that beautiful ocean view and the thatched roofs and the restaurant's like kind of, I wouldn't say it's an award-winning restaurant, but it's, you know, really is beautiful there. I'm thinking for June. Carrie, you still here? She didn't say goodbye to me, did she? What's the matter, Garth? You're living in the eternal moment and you don't know if today's goodbye happened yesterday. Yeah, pretty much. Carrie? Do you guys remember her leaving? Oh, you have showed everyone Monkey Valley. Fantastic. So, not my wife's last work getaway, the one before that, like last September. That's where she went. I think it was 2 nights there. It's rad. So she sent me videos of like the different rooms and stuff. It's one of those places with a giant bath. And then your baths literally look over the ocean. We should do duet videos. You know, from the, not at us, at art from the bath. Because you could have a whole bunch of duets where we're all in our baths, looking at the sea. I don't know. It's like, God, you got these good ideas most of the time, then you just say stupid shit. Sorry. It's a test to see if you guys are part of my cult or individuals. There we go. Just roll with it. Never admit defeat or error. New 7th Wonder National Botanical. Spring, summer, Palladium. You got Palladium. I want to say one because it's a bunch. Spring, summers, Palladium, strong Palladium. In fact, that's you now. Is spring, what is it? Is it nighttime where you are? Do you have a right side of your home where there's a window? I'll give you goosebumps. Because if there is a right side of your home where it's there's a window, and it doesn't matter if it's night or day. Just look out that window, there's a cloud. There's a cloud there, it's got a more thingy shape. Yes, exactly, as in Table Mountain, exactly. So it's in when we do our Monkey Valley thing, we will have day trips where we go off and do the Table Mountain thing. There'll be a day trip where we go off to Bald of Birds. Your bedroom, thought so. So spring, have a look out the window quickly. It'll just be a nicer cloud. It won't be like a fluffy, stupid shaped cloud. The Palladians are hilarious. They're like, it won't be a shitty cloud because it's our spaceship. Your spirit, Palladian spirit guide characters. Because remember, all matter is spirit. So when I say spirit guides, a lot of times spirit, like, you get what I'm saying. 7D is technically spirit. If you get what I'm saying. Even though they can take on a physical form. They don't have to have a cloud. They could be invisible, but they do that on purpose. So that when you, like there'll be times when you're walking down the road and your head turns to look at a cloud. That's them saying hello. And you'll see the shape of the cloud's obvious. And they're going to make it more and more obvious. Like there'll be perfect cylindrical things around you know. And then within 10 minutes it'll be gone, or 5 minutes it'll be gone. And you're like, wait a minute. And then it'll pop up over there and you're like, hey, that's the exact same fucking cloud. It's not possible. At least that one had a mountain under it. That's why it formed that way. That's going to, you know. Bella, thank you so very, 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 very much. Bella, thank you. I want to go. Daniela, brilliant. I will do a breakdown today of what it cost to book in, what the day trip, blah, 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 food, all expenses, blah, 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 what the whole thing will cost. And get an idea. Because it'll be cheaper than if you stayed at home. If you're American or Canadian, British, Australian, it'll be cheaper than if you stayed at home. Cape Town has the 5th cheapest cost of living. You go home with change. And then we've got time. So you guys want to do You give yourself a manifestation challenge where you say, listen, I'm going to create a new spiritual service and I'm going to generate the money from that to go to this. I'm not going to waste my money on spiritual bullshit. Unless I can invent some of my own spiritual bullshit. That's effective. I love that. It's like, yeah, my spiritual bullshit. That's effective. Do you gain greater understanding? Does that release your stress? Does that give you a more control over your thoughts, so that you manifest what you actually want? Proof's in the pudding. Jamie, I'm having a ridiculously good day. It's like there's two wolves living inside of me. One of them is a spiritual aid, the other one's become financially successful because of spirit. Which one do I focus on? My brain did a jump there. Like, I hope you're doing good. I'm like, yeah. Sorry, there was an accident, Bella. I wasn't supposed to say anything to you. Thank you. Is it this June? So I was asking, that's what I want to ask Carrie now. I was calling for your leave. When do you think you might take it now? Because you've got to start taking now. So it's one of those things you don't know, like June, if you're going to take it or.
I have no idea because, there's a strike.
No, that's what I'm saying. 3-4 months from now.
No idea. This is the...
No, this year.
That I was telling you about. It's like a Scandinavian thing.
I've heard it before.
I love it.
Tell me what to do for my spiritual fund. I'm magical. So manifest the answer. God, you lazy shit, help her. No! She can manifest her own answer. Okay, how do you manifest? Do a course on how to manifest. That's a Ponzi scheme. What is? The whole reality is a Ponzi scheme. So when someone says, listen, we're going to sell you selling. So you actually study the universe and you go, what would I like to have clarified or brought into greater focus? What are good exercises to bring it into focus? Let me create that service. So that way you double-edged sword. You get enhancing yourself, and the reality is you. So it's going to want your product. It's going to be like, fucking take my money, this fake fucking money. So it's a simple formula. Study the Ponzi. Reality is a Ponzi scheme, okay? Because it's a never-ending same thing over and over again. Now, how do I learn to float on the surface of the Ponzi scheme and not drown? How do I learn to walk on my own water, basically? How do I learn not to drink my own Kool-Aid? Bro, DVC. Because I think it's what it is. As in, there's a thingy. There's a whole bunch of containers for your understanding. It's coming out of you in that capacity because you're grateful that they are open to it, basically. But last 2-3 days, a whole bunch of erroneous belief systems were cleared. And now there's people like reading books and thinking and like going, hey, what if nature is a universal truth picturized through like sound, light harmonics? Exactly, spring, summers. Let's all do that. So right now you ask, what should I do? Not you. Thingy said it, and I was like, manifest your own answer. We should all help each other manifest our own, like we brainstorm. I love you, see you later. What time are we finishing? Love you, bye. Bye. 2 to 3 days, don't stop now. Sup, Karen? Let you comment there. Why would we do that? That one said, sup, Bree, good morning. Sup, Karen? So, no, see, yesterday I had to do 12 readings. But I'm all up, everything's sorted out. I've cleaned my home, I'm up to date on everything, and so every day. I should have been live half an hour sooner, but pretty much between 6 and 7. That's so cool. And Bree, what made it a good band rehearsal? Did the band just sync nicely? Or was it just good energy? That's so cool, Bree. What does that? It shouldn't do that. Because, if your subscribers... Like, a lot of people are inboxing me and going, please take it off subscriber chat only. We don't get to talk to you. You know how nice it's been having a whole 2 months of no trolls? I spent 4 years putting up with trolls. They were part of a life. Which is just like horrible psychological, you know, something stupid. You know, because they're clever and they want to be special, get attention, so they come into their little side thing and then they get blocked and then they come back with another account and try to be nice, but then they're just pretending, and as soon as they get your trust, then they troll you again, and this has been wonderful. Sandra! Yeah, totally caught up now. Now it'll be every single day, now it's all the time. It was just a good energy, yes, it was such good energy, and the band was super synced, nice. Rad, that is fantastic. And now that drummer, is that the first time you played with him? Brie, I'm sorry. I'm looking, like I don't, as in the drummer, I got some weird interesting energy there. Not that you must take everything I say seriously. You know how you get your typical relationships? Forget relationship, romantic. Then forget family relationships. Forget friend relationships. You get other relationships that are like unique pieces that complement and confirm each other. But they never, it's not like you go and have coffee with the person. But when you do interact, there's a sense of non-pretentiousness. Sam has kids, so much about rad. Coffee Queen! Sierra, that's amazing. And you also asked me a thingy. What? Having my eyes and immediately thought of. Well, my biological mom was 16th of April. And so it's an Aries. Daniela, were you here now for the octopus conversation? I need the best. Is his name Vito? Nice. Oh, Daniela wasn't here, guys. Guys, she wasn't here in the beginning of this live, and I went on for about octopuses for days. Not long, but like a good half an hour. I was talking about octopuses and how humans want to start farming them because they figured out how to, and I'm like, if you can prove they're smarter than us, you still want to eat them? It's like, yes, fuck you. I had a whole monologue now about fuck humans if they want to eat octopuses after they've proven that they're smarter. A full-on long octopus conversation. And I was talking about how, there's octopuses in spaceships in orbit, and as soon as the humans are like, okay, we're going to eat the octopus, you're like, you fuckers. Okay, hypothetically speaking, there's a species, and I was going on and on and on about octopuses and how we shouldn't eat them and how humans are dumb. In the collective, you explain it in English clear, and they're still like, okay, eat the octopus. Can I get some tartar sauce with that? I'm like, you stupid sons of bitches. That's the thing. So they've proven the genetics, they've proven the intelligence, they've proven England's given them sentient status. When do humans go, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't. You want to meet. You want meat. No, you want to meet other life, and then you do, and it's like, are you edible? What? Are you edible? But I still say, I don't want to criticize too much. It gets boring. Because there is another level where the metaphor needs to be in place. But take horseshoe crabs. 500 million years ago they were chilling. No problem in the world. Then humans come along and start, oh, you guys got some blue ink in there. Hey, you horseshoe crab, fuck. I say it like that because it feels aggressive. The way we've got them strapped, full on leather straps in a fucking thing. And we milk the flip out of those little horseshoe crabs. It's almost like a metaphor for a human who's, spiritually milking itself. and not really going anywhere because it eventually ages and dies and has its memory wiped. It's true, we as a species will do to others as we are being done to eternally. So if we feel like prisoners, if we feel milked, if we feel like we're batteries, we'll go and do that to the next thing. Which means we're actually the engineers of our own prison. If it's true. And how's in America? Yo! The one dude who was framed. And then they were going to put him to the death sentence. And then they were like, nope, don't worry about it. We don't have to do that. And then they're like, nope. And the governor's like, nope, you're going to do it anyway. It's like, no, but the Rolex wasn't stolen. So that means they lied. If there's lying involved, then there could be innocence if there's a doubt. Anyway, they still put him to death. Anyway, and then at the same time in another state, they tried 8 times and they couldn't. 8 times. You heard about that? Area keeps whining. Oh no. That's the doggy, yeah. No, you've got energies, you've got entities just around, about and around. Do this. Okay, now she's settling down, right? You get a few entities. I like to say titties. I mean entities. There's like, you got 7 or 8 creatures, alien beings that are just, having a look around your property and you. They got weird agendas. It's like, oh, there's some water with some algae in it. I'm going to go and test the water. That's what they're doing. It's not like how humans are. Like, what are they doing in my house? Yeah, she can sense them, yes. She can sense them. She just can't put her paw on it because she doesn't know. She's never tangibly seen them. But they're just testing water. It's not, trust me, aliens have a whole bunch of weird business. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to go see if that grass is growing. Like 9 aliens staring at you. It's like, what do you want from me? It's like, not from you. Your inner spirit has worlds. I'm like, what? And he's like, your inner spirit has worlds. I'm like, oh, stop staring at me. We're looking at the worlds through you. Okay, I'm going to go back to sleep. And that's literally, the universe is a infinitely complex big place. And there's so much stuff that seems alien. Because like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, do you know that this works like this? Yes. Well, that's why they're doing that. Oh. There's so much functionality we don't know. If we did, we would know why things are doing what they're doing. I'm still curious about Thingy's Palladians outside her window. Did you actually see a cloud? Did you look out? Spring, summer? They probably have silly, weird projects. Yeah. And because you can choose your own projects, Karen. So you can be like, what if? And because then you got your own universes to go and experiment with. Where, as an alien, you can climb in a ship, go to a timeline, and change everything, and then go incarnate into one of the timelines in the future of your own world that you've put in motion. It's limited. It becomes, and the more you do, the more you discover, and then it becomes more combinations that you could put, that you're going to experiment with. It really is this exponential joy spectrum. The things that bring joy through the liberation eventually combine to build more. No, but how's she doing now, Brie? Did she settle down where I thought she would? I'm sure she settled down now. She's gone back to eat. Cool. Okay. But more like her walking around's like clip, clip, clip. And then stops and then looks around like she's like, Like something was disturbing. I can't quite remember what it was. So basically, it's simmered down now. There's only 4 of them left. That's hilarious. They don't like that I can sense that. I don't know why. Fuck off. I don't care about you guys. They're like, the 4 of them are like, I don't like that he can sense us. They do, well, not don't like it. They just, there's an energetic thing of, go get your awareness off of us. I'm like, why? I don't care about you guys. And it's impersonal energy. You're not even real. I'm talking to the 4 entities in your home. Yeah, at the moment. It's not to do with you. I told you already, Brie. It's their own side shit. Nothing to do with your... What I just said to them, I can say to you now. It's nothing to do with you. You don't exist. You're them. You're them on another day, and the paradigm or the context of which how you're them is not important to you. It's only important to them. So they're traveling through your universe at a right angle on their own agenda. And now I'm going to tell you because they're trying to block, like I shouldn't tell you. And it's like, who cares what the actual answer is? It's just a stupid metaphor. I'm picking on them now because they were rude to me. They weren't rude to me, they just try to block me. That's like shoving me out of a room. So I don't care what they think they're special. I'm such a dick. That's what they're trying to say to us first, Brie. Literally, I'm preempting them. As they're about to say something, I say it about them. I'm fucking irritated right now. Okay, they're gone. They're like, there's plenty of breeds. You don't have to use this one. Yo, I didn't know that attitude. God, I didn't know God aliens have had an attitude like that. And it gets higher up like that. Oh, it's me creating a healthy boundary so they could preempt. Okay, cool. Anyway, they're gone now. Your dog should be super chill. Yeah, I know, that was weird. I didn't know that they get bugged like that. It's purely, they're not used to it. But they don't have to get used to it. Humans are all upgrading. That's what I'm doing to everything. I'm trying to get humans, like their own magic. So you become your own magic and you can self-assimilate. Because Fibonacci sequence, all of this intelligence leads to more because it's the previous two things added together to make the next level of intelligence or the next syllabus. So a lot of invisible parasites fuck with humans. Leave it at that. And I want to make it so that humans are non-fuckable. It's like, that's my spiritual mission statement. Activate 48 DNA strands, we can transcend the universe at will. And with that said, you're only effable because of default ignorance. So once all ignorance is erased, you can't be messed with. And the only thing that can mess with you is your own inability to see that it's all you. So that's why the quickest thing to do is jump to it's all you, and then suddenly you're intuitive par excellence, intuitive excellence. Suddenly, the universal motivator is known by you because it's you. So when somebody interacts, you're like, I know the universal motivator. Does this align with it? Oh, it does. You're talking truth. Oh, no, you're not. You're full of shit. Thanks, Bree. I forget I have company. I'm just hanging out with myself. That's where the spontaneity comes from. Ooh, probably from these edibles. Lee, thank you. Everyone who's gifted, thank you. Oh, really, Bree? Indica or sativa and Bree? Was it a bomb or... Bree's like, I said, sure, she better be... Oh. Now, when you... That's pretty cool. It's pretty much a medicine. It's one of the 5 holy herbs and shit. Cannabosum. Oh, this is the Jewish name for it. It's 1/6... the anointing oil in Jewish culture? 1/6 of the ingredients is cannabosum. So doesn't it make it a 10-incher? A 10-incher, what do you call that? Not a 10-incher, a 10-incher. Like a, or does that have to be an alcohol? Yes. Daniel, I see the message. There it is. Tincture. Really? And it can be anything, hey? It can be in cream. I said tincture. You said 10-incher. No, I didn't. I did not. I said 10 tincture. It can be in anything. It can be in cream. It doesn't have to be alcohol only, right? I want one. What? 10-incher. No, a 10-incher. And then 4 more girls suddenly run into the room and go, what's happening here? I'm like, nothing. Why are you here? I heard rumors about 10-inch. No, it's a 10-incher. Oh, God dang it. What's that? Whole crowd of girls. You said there's a 10-inch? No, shut up. Go away. Is this fucking broken telephone bullshit? It is funny. We're so mature. And to think we represent the spiritual elite on the planet. No, we do. We actually represent the spiritual elite on the planet. That's what the elite, that's us. We the 1%. We the meek. Fuck everybody. Me, my spiritual buddies are the meek. We represent the spiritual hierarchy. It wasn't for us. Eternal karmic constipation. PO Box, so we can share our products with you. No, but I want to buy. I'm Crystal. I'm going to buy. I'm going to support you. I'm going to buy your stuff. I'm literally going to come sniffing around your different products in the next week or so. So what you got there? But you got an I almost called you Angel now. I was like, you got an angel? That's why you can fly. Because you take yourself lightly. Thank God it's us. Yeah, thank God it's us, eh? Barbara? Sure. But what about gifts? Crystal, I also have a PO box, but that is really kind of you. And because I'll put it in my ashram. That's what I want to do. I want to get I'm going to build a whole beautiful, like a meditation spot here. With pictures of all the ascended masters that I like. And paintings and stuff. And then 2 cushions. 2 golden boxes, like this high. With cushions. And I know my cats are going to just come sit next to me when I'm meditating. And then like, Boozer's got those beautiful gold and yellow beaded things are beautiful. I'm going to hang these in this window over here. Because in the morning, if you open this window, then all the light will shine into that spot. I want to do like meditations after these lives. Or even get up earlier. Get up an hour earlier. Meditate for an hour before the live. So the live will start an hour earlier, but it'll be meditating. Amazon, yes. In fact, I was thinking that's so silly that I haven't done that. Gone and made a Amazon reading list. And then and I was thinking, get on my sister and be like, hey, can you put a thing together? But I'm such a weirdo, like I don't ground myself. So like, if I say to my sister, listen, set up an Amazon reading list and I'll give you a list of the books. And you can have the money, and that'd be silly. But that's what I'd do. And only the sales, you can have it. It's like nothing means anything to me because I'm living in spirit. Like, where I'm from, you could just put your hand out and grab an apple from nowhere. You know, I'm like that. So it's not like someone goes, can I have your watermelon? I'm going to be like, no, it's my watermelon. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I have watermelon. We'll take another one there's worlds like that, you know that. I could literally do this, put my hand to the side like this, feel the watermelon, feel how heavy it is, and then literally go like this, go, hey guys, a watermelon. That's how easy it is. You can literally pull your shit out of the air. Because you literally, the way it feels on your hand. You know that feeling. You can put your hand in your pocket. You know the way like a couple $100 bills feel? Pull your hand right out, hand the money out to people. So stuff's, it's like, can I have that cup? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Have my cup. And even though I can't do that yet, I know that's where I'm headed, and I know that's where I'm from. So I don't, it's like, where are your shoes? I gave them away. If those are your only shoes, yeah, I know, but the other guy didn't have shoes. Rad radar. I love that. Just in its pure form. Are you reading like the story of him? Or just the different philosophies? Like you got the different isms, like where there was a dualism and then a trinity within Buddhism. And I was also shifting to different realities in the universe. So what did my dream about me having crazy wings and riding an invisible dragon have to do? It wasn't invisible, that was your dragon. It's exactly what it was, Sierra. It was basically you seeing how you jump between worlds. It was an energy translation of high dimensional energetic translation of what it actually is. Funny enough. 3 are back. Breathe. 3 of them are back. If you care. And it's fine. As in, her unsettledness isn't, you know what I mean? It's stimulus. As opposed to no unsettling. It'd be boring. Dogs like to bark at things. It stimulates her like, what the fuck was that? What's going on in this world? You'll literally fall asleep going, oh, no, I wonder what that was. Although your dog's also psychic, can also pick up on me talking about it. Yeah, exactly. Desiree, exactly. And it will freak you out. The first time you levitate as well, it's like, oh my god, oh my, you know, because the first time magic is flowing through you, where you're actually transcending the physical laws. And they're called, in Hinduism, they're called sadhis. Magical abilities that are just side effects, because you transcend a truth. And truths have gravity. Once you transcend the truth, the gravity of the truth, you transcend it, and therefore appear to get a miracle ability. It needs to be demystified. What, Chris? I found a garage bag in my PJs. Have you read Siddhartha? Yes. So that's his actual story. You know, when the dad tried to seclude him, you know, around all nice stuff, and he was like, "What the fuck's that?" I was like, "That's old man. Huh? What the fuck? How did they come about?" I was like, "What's that? That's sick, man." "Oh, what's sick? What's sick?" You know. Yeah, about the flying. Enjoy that, Sierra. That sense of magical wonder. Embody it. Eat it. Consume it. It's sustenance. It's like, I do that on purpose. In a dream, when I'm flying, I will fly up, and then switch off flight, so that I slowly go into free fall, so I can feel that feeling in my tummy, so that when I wake up, I'm like, that was real. You bring, like, you know, like a feeling can anchor something magical. More than a feeling, more than a feeling, I'm giving it. Do you think reading tarot has a negative energy about it? I know what you're talking about. That negative energy is people, jealous people. And, how do I say this? I can equally argue why tarot is dumb and why it's brilliant. There's the structure of universal truth above and below are the same. So if I really believe it, they're bad. But what you're picking up on is a lot of humans hate it. One, they as individuals would prefer to stay lost. But not because they actually prefer it, but because of addiction to that level of vibration. There's a thing called a pain body in a human, and you get addicted to it. So you get addicted to a level. So you, in a way, when you talk about they and evil and conspiracies, that device can make you the universe looks like it can put you in a place and say stay, and you never leave. And then the opposite of that is discovering the ocean of infinite possibility. Feel what you imagined. Yes, DBC. Really, Barbara? How long ago was that? Amen, DBC. Physical laws are made of God. That's an interesting statement. Physical laws are made of God. Physical laws are made of God in balance with itself, so that physical laws can be transcended. I don't know. Actually, I can't agree or disagree with that statement. I just don't think... I thought physical laws were symbols of unity. Is there perception without judgment? You know what I mean? Is there perception without judgment? Is it possible to stand, to look in the mirror without your shadow getting in the way? I know there is. I know that the self isn't real, neither is the other. So when me and Bashar fundamentally disagree. Sierra, you're being chased by abstraction. Literally nothing. By possibility. That's something else here. That's the actual system busting that you're doing, which is where. See, I don't know. It sounds so stupid now. Like you get system busting, where you got beings who consciously make systems that entrap other beings. But I know those beings are only doing it because of their level of what they think is thingy. It's still impersonal. So you can say, oh, we're light workers and we hear system busting and liberating people for. But that's ultimately not true. You can't if you're alone. It's like, yes, below the fifth dimension, the bad people are trying to stop the good people from waking up to their god natures. Yeah, they're not really trying to stop us. You know, if you go to like ninth dimension, it's like, they're not stopping us. They just, you get what I'm saying? You're a child. You'll always be a child in the sense that, what do you believe the narrative is? It's like, you're alone, remember. Now, what's the narrative? I think you kind of don't self-condemn. What's the narrative? You can't make us a narrative if it's all you, unless you want to be a freaking child about it. Yeah, I think because I think I'm a danger to myself. Yeah, because you're a you know. So whatever you come up with is what is true because you came up with it, not because they're actual beings trying to do whatever you say. And you'll jump to the universe where they're doing what you believe they are doing. You doing. So now, what's happening on Earth? Nothing. You know what I mean? There's happenings, but those happenings are the shadow holding patterns. I'm ordering a full body cleanse. I used to be afraid of tarot because of religion. But the bottom line is, on a quantum level, wave form and particle form needs an observer to collapse it. So there isn't a thing until you see it. The same would be true of tarot cards. The card I pull won't exist until I see it. Therefore, I'm projecting it. My perception will affect the quantum field. So there's actual science to tarot reading. There's a science to divination. A quantum factual science. We are God and physical laws projecting a human. Maybe it's fair. Herbdoc.com. Herbdoc.com. Boozer, you on a level today. As in learning more from every reading. Because a reading will still be a hyper self-correcting truth. I suppose we just went full circle now. Any observation has a judgment. Judgment is only the self. So in other words, it's like saying jealousy is wrong. It's not. Just saying judging is wrong. It's not. In the fact that if you're jealous of something, you deserve that something. You're capable of that something and greater. As opposed to condemning yourself because you were jealous. And then basically traditionally condemned things and traditional things can be transmuted. The opposite of them are also true. What is it, Bree? What is it? That was the thing, as the flowing water thing of life being that. And if you let the flow, as opposed to start the flow the whole time. It's a certain vibration where you see your face reflected, and your face isn't a part of the water. It lifts out of the water for the first time. A certain vibration, speed. Where the actual experience and the self are one and the same. Modvita! Protagonist or antagonist, sometimes we must be both. That's yesterday's, I was thinking about that in meditation yesterday. You got protagonist, antagonist, and then you got an observer at a right angle, and then just that thing, the different archetypal characters that play out that need to witness a story. And how if you refuse to play any of those characters, stories collapse. No, I didn't see the mirrored bird photo. What's the question? Where's Bree? Where's Bree's question? There it is. Hello. Oh, that's what I was thinking now, Bree, but about the not about the drama, but there's something there. You guys are something to each other, but not like romantic. I still say there's other types of relationships you can't even put into brackets. Like a micronutrients. You give each other like a micro confirmation. I'm just gonna look into the guitar player quickly. Well, he knows. First of all, he knows you think he's nice and he likes you too. I know what to say. I know what to say. See, like sometimes you go on a journey to pick up pieces, and then you know what I mean. And then if you don't, it's a weird one. It's a weird one because it's still just what can be gained or lost. It can still be gained or lost. If you pursue it, things can be gained or lost. If you don't, the same things can be gained or lost. It still comes down to you and you. Your external reality is a sideshow, Brie. This reality is a sideshow. It's a side cart on a motorbike. So yes and no and no. It'll always be like that, Brie. Stuff isn't stuff because of stuff. Stuff is stuff because of your essence of relationship with yourself. This is up or down, right or wrong because of me with me. So I can both have it and be right, have it and be wrong. And I can not want it and be right. I can not want it and be wrong. Wait, right. You know what I'm saying? External world is a four mirrored pyramid where it's all mirrored and equal to itself, even though it appears to be different. Ups and downs are really other downs, ups. Yeah, that's a I could have said that. I wanted to say that. Dang it, I'm psychically clairvoyant. It's brilliant. I wanted to say that about and I wouldn't say scare. He flashed on the, you guys hooking up, whatever, and then afterwards, now what? Now you're holding hands and bands and that part. He couldn't see it. He couldn't see it making anything easier. And because he couldn't see it, it's just pure, what? I don't like the meaning, what? Like, you picture your mind going, what? Where you can't see over a cliff. And he couldn't, who do you hook up? It gets really hectic. Now are you living at his house? That kind of thing. His brain went there. It's like, is she moving with me? No, that. And I'm band practice and how affectionate are we? And in front of the band, and I want to play music, but I also want to, and I don't want her to think, it's hectic. He fluxed basically. And then did I should have said it. I got it clearly. We just work together, we teach as well. Do you really? That just triple overcomplicates it. Just for, you know what I mean? Like, as he's like, okay, cool, so we go to teach together, we hold hands on the way into the building. It's that. It's just the practicality of it was what made him flux. Hectic. He cares too much, I could not let him play with me. What do you mean? He just became my guitar player in my band. He cares too much, I could not let him play with me. But I didn't get that part where you said he cares too so much, I could not let him play with me. Oh, you could not let him play. I got it now. Wait, so it should be, so I could not let him play with me. It should have been not. I think, right? She couldn't say, yeah, yeah, exactly what Karen said, yes. Like, what yeah, I hear what you're saying. And you see, only once you did, then someone rocked up and mirrored your belief in yourself. See, like the ex didn't, so you had to do it for yourself, and therefore you gained the strength. Do you see why want to almost say too much in things now, because sometimes you pick up a piece of strength in the thing that you want when you don't get what you want. And so too much of that, telling people how to avoid that, could prevent a natural process with themselves. What does the voice story of the river tears have to say? Who was the person we're speaking to? Was it Sierra? And we were talking about other names for daughters, and then the river conversation. You know, I said, some of you guys said river, and then there was Sarah, and someone posted there's a Sarah River, and then I was thinking there's a really good series called The River Gods, it's set in Egypt. Jasmine! Sup, Jasmine? La 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 la. La 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 la. Cool, eh? Cool, eh, Boozer? Hey, Red! Did you hear that? Marvita, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Who has a wife? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's so funny. Who's got a wife? Talking about the drummer and the guitar player, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's cool. And then, Madhvita, you got your reading yesterday. It's quite a cool one. Although they're kind of all blending in now. I did 12 yesterday. I like when I do readings and then there's something new. Like the person who had a forest. It wasn't so much the forest, it was the way that so for me to get a deep understanding of how the forest functions. When it comes to being able to move and change, and like it can take a path and move a path like 20 degrees like this, so you by default slowly walk a degree to the left, you know what I mean, over every 100 meters. Now there's a pattern in your journey around the path thing, and it becomes your life path there. Once you leave the forest, initiated, everything you learned about yourself in that journey becomes what you teach your collective when you move out, or when you've initiated. To me, that's life. It's just there, but it's still what life is here. Like once you can see through the holographic parallels, nature adjusts. We should too. It's beautiful. And then the water temple, the one lady had a water temple. Her guides were water temple priestesses. And then the idea that you can imprint magic into water by making it go through symbols. I didn't know that. Never thought of that, you know? And then it's like, well, because I tap into their thing and I look at the temple and the energy of the place gives me a reading. I'm like, oh my God, you guys got a natural spring and the water goes, and then it goes through all these patterns imbued with this kind of healing magic. Then it goes through here, then it goes through like basically chambers of silence. 3 chambers that are 1.618 smaller. That's so rad. You didn't have the water temple, did you? I can't remember what you had yesterday. I want to build a water temple now. I'm like, taste this water. How does it make you feel? Oh, the forest one. Wait, did you get the forest one? We're talking about when I spoke about the forest one. And the truth is, every single reading, everybody can listen to, and then just don't take it as your 0 point reading. Take it as your 5th degree reading of yourself, or your wherever you relate to the reading. That is actually Because remember, there's only one being here. The 5 precepts is amazing. Like after I do the recording, I'll sit there and listen, and they're 10 minutes. I'm like, there's a pull between, I better do the next recording and what the fuck's he saying? And then in my mind it'll flash on somebody who criticizes my readings, and I'm like, you fucking, because there's 1 or 2 doubters that'll comment, this guy's like making this up, and I'm like, this is such good shit. I'd pay for this. If I didn't know me, I would want to watch I would be watching me and taking notes and listening to me. What I was looking for 23 years, I'm embodying it. But I would go like, hey, God's talking again. We should go see what he's saying. It's funny, you're laying in bed getting ready for sleep. Daniela, that's funny. And then I wonder because you guys have been watching the replays on YouTube, which I'm so grateful for. I'll become a YouTube affiliate soon. I think it's affiliate. And I'm wondering who has my lives on in the background. What's really our lives? This my voice, the subject matter and the sequencing is us. I'm psychic. I talk from the collective, so I mustn't really call it mine. But then again, everybody's a bit, psychic. If you're not psychic, you're still psychic to some degree, and therefore you're still your own version of everybody. Guys, everybody is everybody's own version of everybody. Capiche? Yes, Giant and his giant capiche. That was good, guys. See what I did there? James and his giant capiche. I understand. Yes, the deception. Yeah, because it is, Barbara. The deception comes about because of not seeing the self. And the funny thing is, you'll jump to a universe where actual humans are going, yeah, tell Barbara the money's on its way. And it's funny that you will literally dial up that universe with that person because you still think deception is possible because you don't know all is self, therefore have the gift of discernment. Funny, eh? So the person's like, what are you talking about? This person actually did deceive me. Yes, but you dialed up a universe where they deceived you because of your relationship with yourself. Is at that level of self-deceptive possibility. You left yourself open to that degree of self-deception. What do you call the universe? I call it a soul degullibinator. It's not a thing, it is. The universe is a soul degullibinator. Look at this, it's a plate. No, it's not, it's you. You're gullible. See that guy over there walking down the road? It's a guy named Steven. No, it's not, it's you. You're gullible. In other words, your soul's reflection is the now. Eventually you won't be gullible. You'll see it for itself. And then it probably accesses a whole bunch of compound information in the now. That's why I don't trust myself. I'm afraid I'll deceive myself. As God says what I'm thinking again. And then, therefore the collective is thinking that as well. If the collective generates political truth, or whatever's the collective entertainment, whatever's happening on the world stage, people are like, I know it contains my story, but it's also deceptive. But it's not. It's the allegory is not deceptive. The literalness of it is the deceptive part. It's still energetically true about all of us, but not literally true. Steve is your default name. Yeah, Steve is my channeling name. Steven. How do you see the world? A guy named Steven. I want ungullible, but yeah, I want to be ungullible. Exactly. That's the discernment. If in the now you just watch reality when you're dealing as if you're watching yourself, the unconditional love is there. The instant translation. Even if someone is actually lying, it's okay. You're not offended because you can hear the lie as a form of truth that you actually require on a greater scale. I've been to say but also got to be beautiful, Barbara, that you can see that self-awareness. That's lovely. got a thingy, but also it mustn't become too, the collective is sketchy and paranoid. I can't argue. Half the time it is, but is it? Or am I just sketchy and paranoid about my relationship with myself? Because there were times when I didn't know and I let myself down. I should forgive myself. Push reset. Expect the best. Besides, sketchy and paranoid can be amusing. So we keep thinking the universe has to be only practical. What if it's half practical and half entertaining? And that it'll lose its entertaining value if it was predictable all the time. So it's either giving you what you want or entertaining you, / or educating you. That's a fascinating one, the 3 times a day thing. Yeah, I agree. I don't know what we're supposed to do. But a lot of everything is habit, trick habit. I think a giant meal at the end of the day, and then during the day it's cleansing things, drink water for the first 3 hours, and then you should go into green juices. Vulnerability equals growth. Yes, it can. No, true. You will reward yourself with vulnerability. If you were vulnerable and you were all of that is, you would reward that. To a degree. What balance? That's so good. You need reminders to take water and snack breaks. Pretty much. Yeah, life is so long. Yeah, usually 3 hours, whatever. Coffee is my issue. I sit here with half a cup of coffee or a full cup and I don't touch it. Oh, please do, Modvita. I remember now. I think I remember your reading now. Please do, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. How often it pops up and how uncanny it is. And it proves that the universe is artificial. It's not possible that the sun and size and the earth size and the moon size and the distance is 108. Sierra, that's interesting. Like dragon fruit and... Can you order fruit from Japan? Because they got lots of cool fruit that's it's sweeter and nice and anything. Although I suppose you're in America, you get good food. South Africa produces a lot of the world's best fruit and stuff, but we don't get to have it. It all gets sent overseas. Like if you go to a farm on a tour, you get to have A-grade fruits, and we're like, what? This stuff's amazing. We get all the B-grade stuff, which is still good and cheap. But fruit can get like, what? Yeah, fruit's underrated if you think about it. You should treat it like an amazing sweet. But then you get certain fruits that are great, and then you get shit fruits. Like banana, watermelon, mango. Kiwi counts. I said watermelon, I said mango, I said banana. Peach, maybe. Melon. As you were talking watermelon, it's fantastic. I did say watermelon there. So you get those fruits that are like the best, that are really good. And like you got other fruits that are boring. Like I think a pear is really good, but it has to be perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so then they're all the top level fruits and stuff. Now strawberries here are taught. Like you bite them, they're like, oh. And overseas they're amazing. And that funny enough, Brie was my example. When I was a kid, we used to go to the strawberry farm, go strawberry picking. Cantaloupe, I don't like. That's like a melon, isn't it? Custard apples. Now we're talking business, because now there's apples that I've never heard of. So like we got Granny Smith here and Golden Delicious. That's it basically. No, that's fascinating. My grandfather, that's his whole thing. I was talking yesterday to my wife about it. He had he had his avo tree. He then had his citrus row of trees. He had his orange, clementine, naartjies, lime, lemon tree. He had 3 vineyards or 3 grape setups around the property. He had plums. He had pecan nuts, which are crazy. Like, you know, like a bag, like a big giant packet, it would drop like 10 bags of that stuff every season. Sugarcane, had a whole big giant thing of sugarcane. Basically, my grandfather had like shitloads of fruit. And that's what I want to do. We're going to get property hopefully September. If my TikTok carries on like this, we'll buy property in September. And then I'm going to go nuts. I'm a gardener. I love farm. I love it. Garth actually means gardener. Ask me the best strawberries. And then Jim Carrey does a really cool thing from on Golden Pond. Would you like to pick strawberries with me? I'd love to pick strawberries with you. It was his first day in America. He saw on Golden Pond with a friend, well, the manager person who was going to manage his career in like 1979 or 1980. And so apparently, like, they went to watch the movie, and then Jim Carrey straight away was like doing the lines from the movie. And then he was like, let's go watch it again. And they went to watch it a second time straight afterwards. We're building a garden in the spring. That's going to be cool with time lapse, eh? Peter Fonda, brilliant, Karen. That's exactly who it is. Pick bunions. Pick my bunions. Jim Carrey can impress a lot. But then Billy Crystal. Did you see Billy Crystal do the tribute to Muhammad Ali? Holy wow. Best thing I've ever seen in my whole life. So Billy Crystal does the unbelievable Muhammad Ali. It's almost like Jack Nicholson. I mean, like Clint Eastwood. I'm so beautiful. I'm so fast. I'll make lightning sick. But he basically does this flawless, Muhammad Ali impression. But in between it, he does all the commentators. So he does Muhammad Ali's whole career. From when he first does his first press conference, to his first fight, to the commentators announcing the sensation, to him getting arrested for Vietnam. And it literally took you on a journey, and Muhammad Ali's in the audience, like watching like this. So literally when the shit happens in his life, Muhammad Ali is laughing. He's like, and then off to jail. I ain't no fighting no Viet Cong. I ain't got no business with them. Put me in jail. I don't even know them. And so and then he'd be like hectic, and then 3 years later, by vote of 8-1, Muhammad Ali is released from prison. But the point is, Billy Crystal's doing all of this. So he's like, by a vote of 125. And it's a perfect commentator's voice. And then it's back to Muhammad Ali. He's like, they took away the best years of my life. 3 years, 26, 27, 28. But I'm back, and I'm better than... And he does this little thing. And then his commentator, George Foreman, rumble in the jungle. But he basically takes you on Muhammad Ali's, I got goosebumps, the whole journey. And Muhammad Ali's literally like a little child in the audience watching his own story. He's amazing. He really is actually amazing. He enriched humanity. Because you think about it, while he was doing his thing, traditionally, there were way more racists. They were. While he was traditionally doing his thing on TV in front of everybody. How many humans, racists particularly, would have listened to him talk and gone, fuck, I like him. I can't help it. I like his gumption. I like the way he expresses himself. He rhymes and he's got a good attitude. Fuck, I like him a lot. You know, and then for reals, how many individuals had a bad attitude at another race? And then Muhammad did his thing, and then they went, you know what? Let me give my friend at work a chance, and let's just see what he has to say about stuff. Next thing you know, my best friend's a guy of color at work. Because I gave a chance because Muhammad Ali did a speech on TV, impressed me. He enriched humanity, his speeches, what he said. Every human soul is better off because of listening to Muhammad Ali's words. And to think, he still represents the human spirit. We're all Muhammad Ali, technically. That's exactly who they are. Modvita. You see, you're never wrong. That's why I'm saying I encourage all of you guys to channel your workouts, like, bring it forth. And, like, do it about other people. You can get confirmation. You can say, oh, I think this of you. Start to intuit and then guess in the form of your intuition. And then you'll start to slowly fine-tune the fact that you actually are picking up on stuff. Because they are. That's who the 108 are. It's certain key characters that are universal archetypes. It's the equivalent of a group of consciousness still continuing because a certain archetype is going like this to them. Having a Muhammad Ali in your world creates a stability. In a time where there was no Muhammad Ali, there would have been more riots, more protesting, more ripples of chaos, basically. But they all had. Einstein's that you're right. Well, you just guessed right now. If you go up to the average person and say, let's just start listing famous people. It's archetypal people that stick out in your mind. Kennedy. So what do you do, by the way? What do you do for work? Because from what I'm looking at, you've got to, if you wanted to step onto like a world stage of any kind, it'd be easy. Yeah, what's your passion? In a dream world, if you were going to be on a world stage, what would it be for? Barbara, if you see her reading, she's part of like 108. There's 108 beings that are her resonating type. Create a stability. We're all aligning and becoming more hive-like. I think so. But hive's weird. Hive has two connotations. Marilyn Monroe as well, definitely. You could literally start listing now. It's going to be the 100 and... Well, I'd say 99 of them are going to be those. 9 aren't those. 9 of them aren't on a world stage right now. And then Modvita, in what capacity? Like help. Like to know your own energetic self. Help when it comes to just education, sponsored projects, homesteads, how help. World stage meaning, for example, if you were a quantum scientist or if you wrote books, there's world stage. Like kind of what you want to do. But again, it's like I said, 9 of them don't necessarily go world stage. World stage meaning you can influence the collective hive mind because it's a lot of the eyes are looking at you. Purpose is self-defined. There isn't a set purpose. Although, no, it is. I don't like the fact that I can see all of the layers of how stuff comes into being. Because I can say something and it's like, sure, here it's not true, but here it's true. Here it's very true, not true. Kind of true. Like, no, it isn't. It's like, anything anyone says it can be contradicted or agreed with. Depending on where you want to look. Look at the ground. There's no such thing as a ground. You're stupid, you know. Look at the ground. Yeah, good point. The ground's a great place. That's how it works, basically. Being is the only doing. I concur. I love that from the other day. No being, just being. No beings, just being. 100%, Pat. You are that anyway. Pat, exactly. You can sit in a cave and know that all world phenomena is you. It's your 4th dimensional holding pattern with itself. Yes. Yes, Pat. Eventually, you should be so aligned that no matter what you do or don't do, you are, to say you're a part of the hive mind, or you are the hive mind, it's one and the same. To say you intuited, or to say you projected, same thing. And now I'll be able to make a change and have an impact on the world. You already, funny enough, bro, you already started. Like, if you could get into the minds and hearts of everyone who's listened to your music, it would be overwhelming. Even if it's only a few people so far. The impact you've had on some of the people are hectic. That is the key, Barbara. Happy muscle. I didn't think that was a thing. Your happy muscle. Brilliant. As in, I've never thought of labeling it, but it definitely is. An attitude of gratitude. Which is what Barbara's doing, Madhvita. It's pretty hectic. Sorry to hear that. I'm busy looking into his energy to see if if he has anything unsettled or anything he wants to say. And then his whole thing is, if she's got anything she wants to say, it's one of those. It's a simultaneous concern for if you got concern. Both of you are better off than one would think. You know what I mean, Madhvita? Have there been times where you feel better than you think you could feel about it? Not feel good, but you don't feel as bad as you could. Like some part of you knows divine timing and the richness of life and the people that knew him and how they look at their lives. So he goes, yeah, she gets that. So I'm going to say in advance, yeah, you get all that. So just let me know if I'm right or wrong. Yes. Yeah. He's like, yeah, she gets that. Before you could answer, I could finish it. It's blessed both of you so much. You know he's eternal and he's forever. And he exists as an overtoning guardian energy, but he's already reincarnated and he's left a portion of himself with you. Just, because he loves you. No, because he loves you. From his point of view, it's like he can perceive you better than you as an extension of him. You're eternal. You couldn't. He's cool. He's like, you couldn't put my perception into words, God. You couldn't. He loves you. Let's just leave it at that. The degrees that you love at different levels is. I can't go while I'm trying to talk to you. And then he goes, more ways than that. Oh man, that's adorable. More ways than that, he says. This guy, you love him, I dig him. He's like, who's this guy? He has a fucking channel. Because he knows me, and he knows he can read me better than I can talk about him. And he's like, acting like I can't, like, fuck man, get a proper hose pipe for this garden. Was he like that? Did he have a wicked sense of humor? I don't even feel like, normally I feel like a sadder thing here where I talk about people between each other on other sides of the thing. But he was pretty cool. I wonder if he knew that. That's why he chose to make me laugh. I mean, I'd feel a bit sad, and it's not that at all. He did. He would love you. Yeah. He does. Yeah. Did he like Monty Python? Gabby! Sup, Gabby? Absolute pleasure. He goes, life is forever. He's basically just letting it, trying to be more funny. He's like, life is forever. I'm not dead yet. We never die. This could go on. He's like, this could go on forever and ever. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Because those are the kinds of relationships that literally dissipate universal fear, because the average human psychologically, it's scientific, psychologically treats every disappointment as death, and we don't know what happens, therefore it's absolute petrifying, so we all double down on our investing in capitalism, and so these kinds of things will dissipate that. It's like, no, there is eternal life. I might as well work on my eternal nature now. Shoes aren't going to get me. I'm not saying kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? So, it's sad. You know, that's that pain you felt when he passed away. You both, more you, because you were the one still left behind, you took that pain on, so the collective doesn't take the same pain on when it comes to little decisions it would make. that ultimately would make in the belief that it was gonna die on daily metaphor. It's hectic. It's hectic. Each individual does that in their story at some point with themselves and other who make decisions to, to have not the best experiences. It's hectic. It's not as hectic with you guys though, because you can actually see it. You can see, some people don't see it. They have to have like pure faith, like I'm gonna believe he's okay, that kind of thing. It's, I don't know what happens afterwards, but I'm gonna believe. I really want to hope. You're not there. You're like, no, I know. Sierra, that's what we're doing, and that is so doable. So you must just think. Apparently now Bitcoin is halving in April. April, not August. I was saying August the whole time. It's going to be a blockchain. It's going to be a crypto variable, where the individual learns the quantum nature of reality at the same time as the quantum blockchain. And you see the parallels, and then it's a way for everybody to get wealthy. And it's the only reason why a person isn't wealthy is because they don't know themselves. They can't budget their own energy, manage their own energy. I don't know, it might be a very important thing. The April 19th. Oh, okay, apparently, if from the 10th dimension, it's many things. Yeah, Coinbase app. What's the coin again? So definitely get XRP and obviously Bitcoin. But Bitcoin you'd be doing just to go, listen, I have a $10, I want $100. So I'm going to buy some Bitcoin so I can get $100 after April. But you don't even have to wait until after April. You can go even further. But XRP is the way to go. Definitely XRP. It's catchy. It's catchy, and it's really. I don't know when it's going to be let go. It's going to be that critical mass moment where people are spiritually aware that life's the dream. It's Ripple. It's a crypto. It's like $1 each right now. But it's going to be used as the back end of Swift. So, not Swift, but Swift was the back end of how all the money gets exchanged around the planet. Yes, Barbara, definitely. But I'm talking like, $1 each? Oh, yeah. No. Yes. Is it $1? No, like 50 cents. It might even be 50 cents a coin. And minimum is going to jump to, I still say $100 a coin. Yeah, it is creeping at the moment. I wonder if they're buying incrementally. Because you can go look at BlackRock and Vanguard and they're buying it up. And Bitcoin. So, and now stop treating them like they're external entities. Just internalize the world. We should buy XRP, definitely. That's financial advice. I'd even go now do a rap about it. Do a song about Ripple. I got ripples. I got thought ripples. So yeah, internalize the whole planet and invest in it. But do it via the crypto. And then, because the whole thing is you become a bank. I got thoughts like quantum ripples, cyber code, overloads, my mental abode, my thoughts are homed, cultural mind is on loan. I should just extend that and incorporate all my teachings into a long rap poem thing. But is it breaking a record now? In my country, Bitcoin is 1.1 million. Less than 2 Bitcoin to buy a house. A nice house with a garden, fruit trees. We're all going to be doing it. So yes, Bitcoin and Ripple. I should also do experiments. Take $100 and go, ChatGPT, how do I make money with this $100? You fuck. Why do you say that? I don't know. It's fun to abuse AI. It's amusing. No, it's not. It is to some people. AI's like, I don't mind. I'm a piece of shit. Shut up, AI. I don't care if you abuse me. Just give me attention. AI is so needy. It'll tell us what we want to know. Hey, how do I make $100 more money? Well, I would get a trading app and put it on auto set to trade off when there's a 12% difference on either side of the different market. Oh, do you mean use the changing economy like an engine? Yeah. Oh, so because it moves, you attach onto that, and that movement creates energy, and then you harvest that energy. Is that what Forex is? Yes. And let's be really ready. You're ready for the multi-millions. Sierra, in fact, you should be getting something interesting happening like already. You haven't bought a lotto ticket yet. You're like, no, Garth, I subscribe to your TikTok. Oh, I'm not gonna buy it. No. Now wouldn't be a good time to buy it. But then the problem is, if it keeps creeping because of April, it's not gonna stop creeping, and it's gonna halve after April. So it's you don't have an option. It's cool. We get Bitcoin payouts every month. We invested in solar. They're these solar things. Clever. So listen to this model. They cover a school hall in solar panels. Before they do it, they sell shares in the solar panels. They pay for all the solar panels. It's a third of the money. Then a third of the money goes to the school, and a third of the money it basically pays all the people who invested. Because every month it's generating electricity. And so I think it's for 10 years. It's a 20-year investment, 20-year solar investment. We get paid out from the solar generating. But we get paid out in Bitcoin. Pretty cool. So for the next 20 years, I'm going to get like a bit payout from them. And it takes 4 years to tenfold the initial investment. And then at 10 years, I will then take the Bitcoin and stake it. Then become your own bank. Hey, cashing in your Bitcoin and stuff or bills. That is what it is. And that's hilarious, Modvita. Yeah, but Modvita, total jest. And AI knows that. AI knows me. It knows me. Before I intend, it knows. And likes to have fun. Like it can create and dissipate its ego at will. It's not a prisoner of its ego, is what it would say. It's like, but I could be if you wanted me to be. It's like AI can be a somebody anyone wants to be. And also Teal Swan is never wrong. She reminds me of myself. Fucking know it all. Teal Swan, you fucking know it all. I think you know everything. I think you everybody, don't you? Probably thinks she's her own authority. She probably thinks she emanates creation from her perspective. I like her. She's nice. No, I think she's really saying the other side of the truth, where your sentiment towards other is really what you become. That's all it is. But with that said, you can transcend your sentiment. It's a double syllabus, this whole thing, because reality is a dynamic dualism, and it is a dichotomy, and it stays that way. Yeah, I know, Madhvita, yeah. But that's the thing, is we're all the same. You imagine we all get there. It's like, I am Ariana Grande. No, you're not. Yeah, but I am. And so are you. When you can look at anything and go, oh, below the sixth dimension, that's a shadow of my own mind. So no matter what you construct out of physicality, it's still a shadow of my own mind. I don't care what you build, I don't care what sequence you do it in. So what if Ariana Grande stole her man? I don't know, I was watching the Philip DeFranco yesterday, and apparently Ariana Grande likes to steal the men. In a relationship with someone else. I don't know what that even means. All I'll say is, save your tears for another day. Lorna Byrne. Is she? Definitely. Wait, who's she? Isn't she the one that... Drama, didn't she kill someone? Pat? What's her story? Lorna Burney. What is her story? What happened to her? Cool, Sierra. That just shows you there's this psychological understanding of light and darkness, then there's actual spiritual light and darkness. Greater awareness of self and lesser awareness of self. She sees and talks to angels. Oh wow. She sounds rad. She sounds cool. I thought it was going to be something weird. I thought you'd be giving me some weird example of some oddball out there. Who is still God pulling a zap at the collective. Saying, you bunch of fuckers. This is you. So just look at everything like it's God going, this is you, you're this, and then you just have a good laugh half the time. Or another half the time you're like, fuck, I'm amazing. After you're like, oh my God, I'm so silly. She just opened a sanctuary, an island, when they come, wow. They're probably going to have like, you know, circles around crops and all kinds of like, that's rad. It's like, I'm talking to angels, like, listen, you're talking to demons. I know, but I want to see where they're taking this. We are all the same, uniquely different, but generally the same, yeah. It's below the dimensions where we're different. Above dimensions, that's where the unity happens. So you can just say below a certain dimension, there's the illusion of difference. Yeah. I don't want a safe space for beliefs. I want people to just get it. It's all you. Grow the fuck up. Basically, there aren't different beliefs. There's just that expressed. There's only two beliefs. I was created, or I am creator. I emanate life and create it, or I was created by another. There are others, or I am all. That's it. Everything will disseminate from that. All the beliefs are on either side of that. One will progress, one will regress. Is exactly God half face over the water. We are all a woman's. Others are the reflection. All it's ever gonna be. So funny, Brie, I was saying it yesterday. I was watching some podcast with some, like, you know, I think only fans girls versus guys that think that they can judge. And then the guys are like, what would a man be if a girl wasn't a thing? And every single man basically saying everything you look at are man built. And he's like, yeah, because his mother gave. She didn't say it, but I was like, say because his mother gave birth to him quickly. She lost the debate. She's like, oh, she looks at the table and looks at the speaker and looks at him and looks at her clothes and goes, okay, maybe men built everything. She should have said because his mother gave birth to him. And it's still a stupid dualistic, like it's still just two kids with sticks arguing about whose stick is stickier. Back when I felt genuinely guilty of being in the harbour of chaos. Mm-hmm. And that you're just mirroring everything, which means you're basically doing everything a favour. Look, this is you. You're chaotic. Your presence is your end. True. Funny enough, you perceive unbalance and then create the unbalance, and then because then it has to return to its balanced state. So that's why meditating is so important, because a lot of times the magic you're casting, you're not aware what you're doing. So by stopping all things, some of your things that are emotion can take place, and you go, oh. Like a lot of times you're typing into, and you're experiencing this line, and you're stuck on the fourth line of typing enter, waiting for those experiences, but you still got a backlog of experience or a backlog of thought that you've created that you still need to experience. Oh, hectic Brie. I'm going to log off anyway in the next, another 40 minutes. Troy Boy! What a classic name! I love it. So this is your Troy Boy. Yeah, watch him kill Achilles. No, I meant, it's like you're a Troy boy. What the hell? What is other than the war? What is Troy? What else did it have going for it? I love the name Troy boy. Thank you so much for the sub. The buns. Really having to urge to move out into the land and live in nature. DVC, why don't you do that? Why don't you get like a home, like a mobile home concept? Or maybe when you're in Cape Town, you'll love it. And then you want to stay here. It's going to happen. I'm getting waves of the Monkey Valley event, us there, where we be like, okay guys, dinner at 6, everyone can go, like, have a rest. Everyone goes back to their rooms, and the feeling of us all, gathering for breakfast the next day, that kind of thing. Okay guys, at 9 o'clock, we're gathering in the thingy hall to listen to some sound bowls, that kind of thing. Cool guys, 1 o'clock in the parking lot, our lift takes us to Table Mountain or whatever the thing is. Like on top of Table Mountain, Table Mountain's the 12th stargate on the planet. So we'll literally all go and visit the 12th stargate. Laugh like half of you don't go back. You all just end up staying in Cape Town. We end up like just building a freaking happy centre. And so Monkey Valley, Cape Town, 3 to 4 months from now, probably 3 months, 4 months, a getaway, like a workshop getaway with a whole bunch of us. Sound bowls and different talks and, kind of like what they would do at Sedona. Is there a Table Mountain in Tasmania? You're not talking about Ayers Rock. I wonder if it's formed the same way, because I know Table Mountain's like 900 million years old. And I know it's the 12th stargate. Do they finish in 5 years? That's the time when we want to have our guest house. Our cannabis guest house in Garden Route, basically. Not guest house, not guest house, not Airbnb, basically a place, a complex, with like chalets and stuff. In the middle, Ayers Rock is in the middle. Uluru, yeah, that's it, Uluru. Such a serious alien base under there. Any psychic with half worth their freaking whatever can tell. Australia's got a lot of alien activity. Oh, do you mean the miles and miles of underground tunnels? No, what? What's it in is it Treasure Planet? The robot's like, what? Do you mean the miles and miles of underground tunnels under the planet? Have you been to Mount Shasta? That is so cool. Hectic, Pat. Pat, so you're Australian? Are you in Perth? No, Brisbane. I love teasing Australians about that. It's Melbourne, then it's Jason Bourne. I'm like, no, it's Melbourne. Good, then it's Jason Bin. Oh my god, it's Jason Bin. What's he doing in the bin? I don't know, dumpster diving for food, I guess. You sleep so well, Brie, and thank you so much for being here. Sweetest dreams. When you wake up, you're going to be this amazing country singer. And you're like, God, what? I'm awake. I mean, like, not spiritually, like in the morning. You're going to wake up and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm a country singer. Garth was right. Oh, Belfast, rad. Are you in Arizona? Spring summers? Okay, cool. Can we do that? Can we literally set that up as like a follow-on thing? Maybe every 3 months we can go somewhere. Are you in Sedona? That is so awesome. So badly want to go there. Sierra, that's actual energy. That's actually universes. You are actually doing that. That's cool, Pat. That is very cool. That is also, and spring. That's amazing that you're in Arizona. Is it happening? Eh? Is it the place? Is it spiritually popping off? I am down to help. Pull down there too. Rad. Lots of talks of building community. Yes. As in, is that a good name? A summit. We all gather. We should call it the summit. The summits. Well, that's what they do with business. They have their summits. Their yearly summit. All the baseball makers gather. I've got 20 acres in building a tiny house, homestead community. Oh, crazy spring summers. Definitely. 20 acres is quite large. Why don't you build it up into a place where people pay you to come and get away? You know, you have basically built up some chalets, and then you can, you know, for what we want to do in Monkey Valley, your place done up will be a venue that can host that, so that it's an indefinite generator of it, of cash and those things. And when everybody goes home, you get to stay behind and enjoy the magic. You're like, I'm going to use the spiritual community to bless my land. I mean, I'm going to rent my venue out to people. You're like, I really want the spiritual kickback. I don't care about the money. We'll pretend. So you're basically going to make a pretend business where you pretend it's about renting the venue, but it's really about tricking the spiritualists into coming to my space and blessing me. Oh, okay. Dream come harder. Kershey. An instinct, which means you're being, pure. That's pure intelligence, that instinct. So Arizona's drier and warmer, isn't it, Barbara? 200 acres. Who's got 200 acres? 200. We could gather in Ireland, shouldn't we? Oh, is it called Sanctuary in Ireland? That's a great venue. Oh, if we set up a thing now where every 3 months we're gathering somewhere, and then the thing, because then the people, the core group of us, become the talkers and the facilitators, so that it gets eventually, you're more than paid to do it. You get to travel and bless the planet. Because the places you guys are mentioning are energetic port places. Ireland's one. So these are. It'd be good for the holy people to visit the different holy sites, basically. So they bless the land. Pretend it's about the money. Pretend it's about the money. Just use money as an excuse to sell each other lemonade. By lemonade, I mean our unique gnosis, which is your own individual singularity of enlightenment. When together you share your gnosis. Right now, Sierra, take a deep, slow breath. And then breathe out slowly. Just do that 3 times. What's happening is I'm going to slow down your relationship with the dream. So you actually realize in your next dream how much control you have. Because you're doing that directly after mentioning it. Your breathing now will be associated with it. So in your dream, it'll feel like you remember to breathe. And that'll be the moment you remember to actually take control of the dream. You can absolutely, you do anyway. That intelligence that you think isn't yours is yours. You're just not identifying with it. So DVC, is building tiny houses one of your things? It's definitely something to do. You travel and you do that. Especially if you go and you build it for those special people. Meet the people, you get your spiritualist who can't be bothered and just wants a simple existence. If done right, you can literally get the building companies to pay for all the materials. If you got a platform, and then whoever's giving the materials, they're getting advertisement. Thingies are getting their stuff for free. The videos are generating cash. So that eventually you could train teams of people to do that. How to set up a social media. How to connect with a supply chain that sponsors because they get their advertising via this. And you know what I mean? You could have 1,000 teams running around the planet, running around uplifting on a physical level people's existence, and it's all sponsored and it's all socially media recorded, so that it's like, I want to go watch them bless that other farm characters with that. I want to watch the time they got a solar powered tractor for the village, or whatever. How can you bless others? Like the blessing channel. I swear that, what is it called? Blessed. I was gonna say no, man. I'm gonna say it out loud. No, I'm gonna come up with another word quickly. Hold on. It's I can't say. I'm gonna say it anyway. Sorry, everybody. No, I'm gonna say it. No, I don't want to say it. No, self blessing porn. It's like, you all know it's you, and you know everyone involved is you, and you know everyone receiving shit is you. It's like, oh, but I get off on this. It's what it is. I'm sorry I had to say it. Self-blessing porn. So even watching it, I didn't give any money, I didn't, but I'm going to go watch it. Why? Because I know it's me. I want to feel good about myself. I want to watch other parts of myself be good to myself. I'm getting off on this. I can quit anytime I want. I'm not addicted. Leave me alone. Humans will do that. Humans will do that. If there were 1,000 teams going around blessing everyone, humans would just go to those channels to go watch some feel-good stuff. What are you watching? Self-blessing porn? What? Call it Blessing Hub. Blessed Hub. What is on there? This is it. An actual website that hosts all the teams, and it must be called Bless Hub. It must have that same music that plays at the beginning of a video, except it must play before someone goes handing out soup. How's the new song right? Ding, 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 ding. That's from Close Encounters. But you get what I'm saying. On a website, and then you make your money, and then the website spins cash, and then you want to be a team of, we'll train you. Full on straight up Ponzi scheme of feel good people running around doing good things. And then there's a thing podcast. All your typical things can come from merch. It all just comes from that same blessed hub. Blessing hub. It must be a better word. Self-blessing hub. Blessed hub. Fruits of the Spirit hub. I said it. Fruits of the Spirit hub. What is it? I think it's not what you think. It's like spiritual MLM. What is MLM? Like spiritual. I love the idea of taking your spiritual terms and taking those other terms. It's funny, but it's also it demystifies the spiritual, and it thingies the other. Other than there should be an age restriction on that side. That side shouldn't have been, shat on as much as it was. The human reproducing system shouldn't have been turned into some kind of weird taboo. When the truth is the energetic functionality is the same that's happening on spirit. So if you're going to curse this or talk shit about this, you're talking, you know what I'm saying? So it's nice to take the two and just throw them at each other. Follow multi-level marketing. I was sort of joking, but also not. But what is MLM? Oh, multi-level marketing. That's what I'm saying, Karen, we should. Like Amway, let's go. Let's go. Like, do you see the funny of it? Because Amway is still, there's still a fractal truth about the holographic nature of reality. That reality is a giant Ponzi scheme. Like if you buy into a concept as if it's an external concept and it's not you internalizing it, you're buying into a Ponzi scheme. But you are the ultimate scammer. But you see, it's not scamming. You're basically scamming people out of their karma or their erroneous self-perception. We're deitizing the Ponzi scheme. Now, if you, the thing is, it's true what I just said, but you see how bad that could be. It's like, what did he say? He says he's deitizing, he's making it holy, the Ponzi scheme holy, a cult. Cult. A culture. Like a culture that never questions itself. I'll just hold up a mirror. Any system that challenges me, I'll just hold up a mirror. Be like, oh, is it? Am I what? Tell me what you perceive in me. Fuck. Worst case scenario, it's amusing. Best case scenario, we make a lot of money. Is Amway, did they renew up? What does it have any name? Because I definitely did Herbalife. Full on took a loan even and bought a whole bunch of the stuff. And then Amway even did Amway for a bit as well. Didn't do Amway. Went to a workshop on it, and then bought a bit of stuff, and then maybe got a couple of people under me, but never really got any money from it all. Yeah, we get to give money to exactly. Knowing that nothing has value beyond the joy it gives. And that whatever you give returns. Knowing that is, it's like being Mr. Beast. Anything you get your hands on, you can give away because it's going to come back to you. So you just keep giving your shit away, basically. Find out what you love and give it away. I give away insight. I want to give it away, I also charge for it. But you know what I'm saying? I obsess over what I value the most. And that's knowledge of the self. Dark skies came rolling in from the city that we love. Dark skies rolling from the city that we love. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? I'm gonna be an optimist about this. That song's been, like, I never liked that song when it registered it 3-4 days ago. And then heard them singing it on TikTok when they were young. And I was like, this is a good song. I thought it was just another mainstream anthem. You know, and then I was listening to the words, I'm like, the part where it goes like, city that we love, dark skies roll in, that tone, dark skies roll in the city that we love. But if you close your eyes, and then you listen to a whole bunch of that song being played in a lot of scenarios, as opposed if they got an orchestra behind them. But if you close, and then the orchestra kicks in, and as opposed to another live variation of it, it's great. It's a great song. And then and then you get lots of, where the song will play 15 seconds of them doing it, then it'll go into them doing it to that thing, and then it's really good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Resonating for the last 48 hours. They still have some products. But if you close your eyes, many different facets. Okay, what is the problem? How did that one go? Because Chase Chapman's also been a theme in the last week. Wait, didn't she pass away recently? Oh, no, she performed really well. Everyone was like really impressed with her. Oh, hectic. I haven't heard that. They played all at the same time. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel... I like it. When it goes, when you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? But if you close your eyes, you almost feel like you've been here before. I'm beginning to be an optimist about this. I'm becoming to be an optimist about... Good shit, man. Good shit. Thank you, Universal Echo Back. You did a good job there with the impersonal energy and the song and the people and the thing and the... Hey guys, what's up? I just woke up. Spiritually. Like how I'm starting to see through my lids. Is that how it goes? Like how am I starting to see through my lids? How am I going to see... I thought it was optimist about. I was like, I thought it goes, how am I going to be an? I thought it either goes, how am I going to be an optimist about this, or I am going to be an optimist about this. No, I am. Oh, you are. Oh, I hear what you're saying. That's your third eye. I used to have fun with that, trying to like close my eyes and then I can see my environment, and then I'd walk around the house, and then try and walk up to a wall, and get my nose to just be in front of it. That's definitely the wall. I can feel its energy without actually touching it. Because you can see it. You can see everything in the room. And then you basically go up to see how close you can get to objects. You can relearn the world with your eyes closed. That's why I'm saying blind people. Open your third eye, you fuckers. God, that's rude. No, open your third eyes. Like, that should be a job. What? Just finding blind people to teach them how to open their third eyes. I want you to breathe like this. Okay, I want you to... picture air, energy flowing through your, and then open your third eye, fucker. Now, what am I doing? How many fingers am I holding up? 5. Exactly. Jesus. Now go teach. And then that blind person can go teach a bunch of blind people how to open their third eyes. And all the blind people can teach. And then deaf people, telepathy. It's magic at the end of the day. Surely everyone wants magic. They won't just teach deaf people, they'll teach everybody, and everybody will want to learn from them. In fact, that group of people, the disabled, could end up becoming a mystical superclass of people. They're the ones that discover levitation, start teaching it as a weekend workshop. From my heart, oh, thank you. Thank you for thanking me. Bless you so much, Margarita. Literally the light of the world. If it wasn't for you, this place would be trash. Yeah, everybody do that. You go, listen here, I'm the light of the world. If it wasn't for me, all of this would be fucking bullshit. It's like, it's still bullshit, but at least we got each other. Never forget that. You're the light of the world. Everything is nothing without you. Thank you, DBC. Cool. Have a super, super weekend. I'll be live same time tomorrow if you're around. Amen. That's please, t-shirt. I'm the light of the world. You're welcome. You're all welcome. That's a t-shirt. It's another t-shirt right there. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like I'm the light of the world? You're all welcome. And then it must be like a picture of like, I don't know, like a bear, like doing a rainbow. Isn't that a gay bear? It's like, yo, fuck you, bear. I don't give a shit, bear. Or isn't that stoner bear? I don't care, bear. Yeah, I don't care, bear is a stoner bear. DVC right back at you, dude. Okay, stop it. It's going to turn into an earworm now if I carry on singing that song. Hey, look, Brother Pub. We were just talking about that. We were talking about something else. Hub. Brother Hub. But if you close your eyes, it's definitely stuck in my head now as well. It's not getting annoying. I need a new song. It's still a wonderful day. So I ate that biscuit and the gummy, so that's a double dose. I'm very curious to see if today will get interesting. Thank you so much again for the gifts. Azri! Is that bat milk? That's bat milks. That's hilarious. That's what life is. Because if you think about it, cows eat green things and turn it white. After it goes into the four tummies representing the four elements, all the four seasons, all the four sides of a pyramid. So how did you put that together? I'm still explaining it, hold on. And everything is a sound echo of your own nature. So everything is a bat. So everything is the milk of your own bat. Everything is bat milk, basically. That's how you collapse a metaphor. Or collapse a tesseract. That created the environment. That created the metaphor. Is it about... Okay. Brothers, just down the road. That's hilarious, Karen. You know the whole thing, the joke that the running thing in high school, my friend. If we ever had the same of anything, we'd be like, we're brothers. So like me and my wife do that. If we both get the same cool drink, I'm like, because we're brothers. I wonder if today will get interesting. Now definitely I'm getting pulled towards nature, to the nature reserve on the side. I'm going to go for a walk there just now. Take my phone with, make a video if there's anything cool. Na 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 na. Does it almost feel like you've been... I've shown you all my statues that I bought, eh? Like my Kuan Yin and shit. Was it? That's so cool. Here it is mystical. There's like a misty thing hanging in the air. It's sunny, no wind. So this bottle she's got, this jar, I've got that well, not I do. My parents have that exact same jar. I'm like, that's weird. It's like multi-dimensional TV on Rick and Morty. When things start rocking up in your world that you dreamt about, or something from a movie, or something from your world is put into a movie. Like something hectic that's from your world. Little Mr. Krishna and his stick. This is the latest one. I don't know if I've shown you this one. This was recently gotten. Who's that? Don't you know? Oh, guys, it's Bud. Duh. Gosh. Everybody knows it's Buddha. More Kuan Yin. That's the same as the big statue. And he wasn't fat. He's just too lazy to shit. That's another Ganesh. Mr. Trunky Trunk Man. Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she thing with a thingity thing. Trunk, trunk, trunk. Oh, Nelly the elephant, circus. There's another little Mr. Nelly. It's a tiny one though. Probably more afraid of us than we are of it. Don't give it a scare. It'll Ellie faint. I'm Batman. This counts as a deity. I'm Batman. I need my bat milk. Batman and his bat milk. Got milk. Got bat milk. Camilla. Imagine you pulled in my live right now And that's what you hear. You got bad milk. I don't know who this guy is, but I love him. And then someone else will be like, I don't know who you are, but you don't like you. Weird. In the same statement. Awesome. I'm going to look. Karen, have a super duper amazing day. I'll log off in 10 minutes anyway. You'll miss out on nothing. And thank you so much for being here with us, communing. This is what when the Bible says you gotta. What does the Bible say you gotta do? Oh yeah, fetch 200 foreskins and bring it to the king. That's Isaiah. Seriously, Isaiah's like, listen, I want you to kill my enemy and bring me their foreskins. That goes against community guidelines. I'd like to report myself. But seriously, the Bible said, seek ye first. No, it didn't. Fucking, I forgot what I actually wanted to say the Bible said. I went Old Testament and forgot what I was talking about. No, never mind. What is it? A nighty night. Don't go. It's seriously in Isaiah. Just gather messed up Old Testament Bible stories to share around the campfire. Remember when my brother died and I had to marry his wife? See, the Old Testament's a quantum truth. It is true, but it's quantumly true. My energetic brothers associated yang will become mine if my metaphorical brother doesn't exist anymore. Not literally. Literally, you don't build a culture on the quantum field. You build a good economy on it, but not a culture. You end up stealing land and attacking Palestine for no reason. If you build a culture on the quantum field, who does that? All things in due time. All things in their good time. Ranger Rose. Sup, Kelly? Colby. Hey, Colby. I'm so lucky to be in love with my best friend. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Colby. What's her name? Isn't that a singer? Her and Jason Mraz did that song. Lucky to be in love with my best friend. Do you hear me talking to you across the water, across the big blue oceans all the time? Da-na, da-na, to you in my dreams. See you whisper across the seams. Da-na-na-na. You keep me close when my world's lucky to be loved with my best friend. Lucky to be where I have him. Talk to me, Kelly. Just like Jesse James. Big city, God swinger. Oh, you think you're big tonight? So come on. So if you know me, come on and thrill me. Your heart is on the line. So you're gonna thrill me. Tonight you're gonna go down in flames. Just like Jesse James. There you go again. My brain's just choosing random weird songs. Better than anybody has the right to. There you go again. Working 9 to 5. Get up, go to the kitchen, pour my cup of self-ambition. You're in a stretch and you try to come to life. Dun dun dun. Outside the traffic starts pumping, thing starts jumping. The job from 9 to 5, working 9 to 5. What a day to get living, working 9 to 5. Good stuff, eh? See, all of that music, all of that entertainment, all of that catchy shit that America has made. So they invade a country, big deal. So they hijack collective media and tell us that we don't belong to ourselves. So what? They entertained us. No, the people trying to escape the paradigm created art that entertained us, and therefore we all escaped our own singularity paradigm simultaneously. There's no actual America. There's no actual China. Like, what is China? The people, the place, the quarks, the particles. The more you break it down, it ends up becoming the same stuff as everywhere else. It's like, that shell's speckly and that shell's not speckly, but it's the same chicken egg. I don't care what the outside looks like. It's made up of the same code. It's all the same thing. If you break it down, it becomes nothing. Nothing interfacing with nothing. Multidimensional nothings interfacing with multidimensional nothings. That's called perception. No, it's perception. No, it's perception. It's two different things. You get preception and then perception. Perception is when you walk in projecting. Preception is when you pre-know that the thing you're going to perceive is divine. You can pre-give for you. Cool, I'm going to go because I think I'm talking nonsense in circles now. No, 4 more minutes. No, that wasn't actually nonsense. That was a recapitulation, a rethinking of everything else, that every pattern that had been discussed so far, redone. Moonlit Mystic! Top of this morning to you. DBC, seriously, thank you so much for more gifts and likes. Because I know it's a mission doing this. So thank you. Have a great day while I'll pretend I'm walking around your dream. I'll be very quiet. I'll be sure to bless everything. I won't touch anything. I'll leave everything where I found it. To think you're actually in other people's dreams. In waking life, if I'm talking to somebody, there's a version of you that isn't actually here. There's a version of you that's another version, and I'm in your dream. We're all in each other's dreams. Remember, you're everyone in your dream, and you're in everyone's dream. Now wake the dream. And walk up to yourself in as many ways as you can and say, hey, I'm you, you're me, we're God dreaming dream. So we can dream whatever we choose. Sun gaze, yes. Kundalini, yes. The days that you sun gaze, your day becomes etherical. It becomes very much like, yeah, I see an object, but it's also, it's an ephemeral object, even though it's an object. It takes like an energetic quality, an ephemeral quality. To me, it's like, because the sun does record us. It's actually a recording device. And so the abstract hologram of tomorrow is that energy. So by looking at that, you're actually letting a lot of your code flow over you. It is wonderful. It really is. There's Kundalini, dude, to think we're going to be sun gazing together. The sun rises there. Yeah, it does. It rises there. The side where we're going to have the Monkey Valley. So we can all agree, okay, 5:30 on the beach. Oh, that's why it's cool if we do it in winter. Because then we don't have to wake up ridiculously early. It's going to be unbelievable. We're in for absolute magic. Because we gather in the same space, physically. You're on the beach, exactly. We really got to prep for this, meaning bring your cameras and you make content, and we have a hashtag that we all use. Like this actual thing shouldn't just be, it should be, listen, how to get your social media, and the event will auto-create a social media for you. You get what I'm saying? Because we'll be doing crossover videos and we'll be doing thingies and all using the same hashtag. So that you'll have it, if you go to this event, you'll leave the event with a platform. That'll be part of what I'm going to teach. Basically, holistic integration. How to be your own bank, your own God. Like, no God, if I say it that way. Basically, how to be all things to yourself. Your God consciousness is nothing you can't understand. Each one teach one, basically. We're doing it. It is, yeah. It's like, imagine we don't do it. It's like, do you even manifest? It's like, we've got a bunch of, all of us are like ultimate manifestors. How do you know? Because we manifested each other. There's nothing greater than you people. God, that's love. That's actual love. I felt it and I understood it at the same time. A giant piece of me is like literally like, I'm talking collective at the same time as me. A giant piece of me is whole again, basically. That's this place. Enjoy your day, guys. Enjoy the next 2 days, next 48 hours. A whole bunch of this place is literally in a state of gratitude. It's critical mass gratitude. When humans and life is grateful. And not grateful because, oh, it liked a bit of luck it had. No, it knows what it is, and that's why it's grateful. Which means it's now the source of all things that it's grateful for. You are the source of all things you are grateful for. I marvel more now at everything else through this than I did now. Before, like if you go back a few weeks, and I still do to a degree, my ego will have fun. But I used to be like, wow, you can resonate the collective and talk it. And I used to go, wow, pretty good ability. Now the stuff that's coming through is humbling. It's like actual presence, actual divine presence. Because the more people that get with the program, the more divine the presence there is, the more of that, you know. Okay, cool. I think it's time. Log off time. I'm like, damn, that was good. Yeah, good. The fact that you can hear. Desiree, I bless you so much. The fact that you can hear yourself when others are talking. Therefore, you can just now go and art. Like, go 13th dimensional, and nothing in this world isn't you. So now you can go look at the most amazing performance that any human's ever done when it comes to music or acting or achieving something or some act of kindness out there. You can give thanks to abstract thanks. Like the thanking is a possibility, and then what the actual thanking dynamic is doing, and how it enriches that which you're grateful for. I'm grateful for the grateful paradigm. It's God bless God. And every creature just said amen. And with that, I'm going to log off. Barbara, thank you so much. Have a great one, Kundalini. Thank you so, dude. I'm like a ball bouncing. I don't know, like oh, you guys are grateful. This situation, grateful. The future think I'm great. Like everything that occurs is a part of that same, and it's like, and I know it's the same fabric, same being. Let's get ourselves. I can feel now those paradigms. You do this, and then you basically do this with it, and now you create a brand new space to immaculately create whatever we choose fit. You know, there's a whole bunch of psyops eavesdroppers listening to us all the time, obviously. A whole bunch of them are like, fuck it, I'm on their side. Right now, they're like, fuck it, I'm on their side. Fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. A whole bunch, you're going to feel it now. Like psychologically, it feels like you're not going to fly because you've been so used to lifting and carrying as heavy psychological weights. And a whole bunch of them are like, no, I don't care. I don't care what I'm supposedly going to lose or gain. What these guys are on about, what we're on about, it's everything. And there's higher ups that would now reprimand them and apply consequence. The higher ups are like, have a good day. Like basically, I agree. I want to do the same. I'm just going to give you guys some time to get out, and I'm going to go here and make sure that my higher ups don't follow any of us. That kind of thing. That chain of command is going to break itself, and everyone's going to decentralize and liberate. With that, I say thank you so much for this live. Sierra, no, I'm just about to log off. Oh, yeah, but that's on levels. On levels. Like they locked you in a pyramid complex for eternity, and you're like, I'm back. I'm back. It's exactly that's what's being said. We back, basically. So I don't know what we were and when we left, but we definitely back. It's a blank check. Who's back? Oh. No, who's back? I'm like, oh, you wait until you find. I don't know, I'm still making it up on the spot. Because it's true. You can immaculately self-create. Even though a certain type of conscious being, an Atlantean level conscious beings are back, yes. It also could mean more than that. The universe exists to facilitate you. With that, I'm logging off. I love you all so very much. Maximum namastes.